Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? We're back. I know you missed us. Everybody missed us last
I
week.
miss you guys. I miss
Disparu
Jen.
got to sleep, and me and Xray Girl were driving.
Yes, I completely destroyed my sleeping pattern. Although I didn't drink, so, you know, it's a bonus.
Positives?
Yeah.
Your liver got a rest?
Well, yeah, that was the thing. I got to recover.
Well,
I
not
drink
hooking
for
us up
special
faster.
occasions, and there wasn't any, so...
Aw.
Well, we're back. I got my wine.
Me too.
I got my
Cheers.
I don't
Nightmare
know.
beers.
All wine tastes like rotting grapes. It's disgusting.
Rotting grapes is amazing. It gives the same effect as whiskey. And I can drink more of it and not.
I was going to say you'd have to drink a lot more of it.
But
Yeah.
I'm a lightweight, so it doesn't matter.
Which is
You've seen
surprising
it.
considering how much you drink of
You've
it.
seen it. I just call it economical, you know?
Well, I didn't know whether you were lightweight or not, because I kind of arrived in London and you were already smashed, so I had no idea how much you'd actually drunk by that point.
Yeah, I don't
Ooh.
think she's a lightweight. I think she just keeps going. You know, she's
Well,
just
yeah.
Hey,
keeps-
when
gets
was
more
the first time
Canadian.
you met? Oh, yes, I remember. We were having dinner outside on that little restaurant. Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, I was smashed.
No,
she couldn't remember the color of
absolutely.
your hair.
I never
Yeah.
expected you. Like, your accent just got thicker and thicker the more you drank.
She's got nicer and nicer the drunker she got.
Kept on
Well,
saying,
I think I said at one point,
"AA."
you're really Canadian. She went, I am Canadian. I was like, no, that's not what I mean.
Thanks, I am.
It's a compliment. Now, would you like some maid?
Well, at least you didn't apologize for it, so, you know.
Not
Breaking
that
the
time.
stereotype.
But there's times that I apologize when it's definitely not my fault.
You're really Canadian. I'm sorry.
I'm
I know,
sorry. sorry.
someone bumps into Xray and she's like, "Oh, I'm so
No, that has
sorry."
happened. I say sorry. Yep.
What's up, chat? We see you. What's up, Tara, Sizzle, Lulu, Mark? Oh, look at that. Extra girls in the chat. Beep.
Yeah, that was like when you made the link. I
Like
was like
5 hours
"Okay."
ago.
Yep.
Hoki's dropping the links. Thank you.
Thank you, Hokies.
So how was your how you went to Wisconsin, right?
Wisconsin. Oh
Did you
my
get any
god,
cheese?
I ate so much cheese. We had
I would too.
ordered within 24 hours 24 helpings of cheese curds. Yes, I know. I know. I just needed
That sounds like
it.
you set
I've
your
never- I've
alarm.
never
You're like
had
waking up
that.
in the night. I want a cheese curd.
No, so what happened was
I've never
we
had curds, even though I love cheese.
we went to the meetup, and then afterwards we had food at a restaurant I do not remember because I may have imbibed in some fluids that make me forget.
Not you. I expected
Right?
better of you.
And then from there, the next morning we went to Culver's, had breakfast, and of
I've
course
heard
I
of
ordered
them.
cheese curds, pretzels, basically one of everything that is something to eat, even
My
ice
kind
cream.
of girl. Yeah.
So had breakfast, and then what did we have for lunch? I forgot. There was cheese curds involved. I forgot the place. And then
all I remember is the curds. That's it. That's all
Just
she's
take that as read.
and then for dinner we had fish fry, which is fish and chips. For those who don't know, because I didn't know what a fish fry was until last
Really?
week. Yeah,
Oh,
it was really
well,
good
With cheese curds?
with cheese curds. Yes.
Yeah.
How'd you know, Disparu?
I don't know. A lucky guess. I think I've got the powers of Madame Web. I can see.
Oh, Madame Dispareb. I don't know.
Oh my god, I was cracking up watching his video.
I
Just
didn't
because
watch-
I was. You didn't watch it yet?
I wanted to wait until I reacted before I watched Disparu and had him sway my thoughts.
I was just
No.
I was watching and then I had to do some cleaning, so I was just listening. And every time it shot to the like scene where she's like, "My mom was bit by his bite," like he just like, that's laughing so hard.
It's like there was literally articles explaining why that had become a meme.
My
Oh.
mom was bit by a spider, so I got powers?
No, there's a bit in the trailer. It is literally, what was it? He was with my mom when she was researching spiders just immediately after she died. And I'm like, what? And it's delivered, like, she's literally talking about her mom
Deadpan?
getting brutally murdered, and it's delivered in this really deadpan voice because I'm not going to put any emotion into
Yeah, my
it.
mom
So
was
he was with my
murdered.
mom as she was researching spiders just after she died, or just before she died. Oh.
Yeah,
Someone said to me, like, your Madame Web trailer video had me in tears, and I just replied, it's one bewildered man desperately trying to make sense of the world. I was so... That entire video is me just going insane. And, like, it was like an onion. The more layers you peel away, the more I wanted to cry. Everything got worse the more I researched about it.
What was worse than She-Hulk or this trailer?
She-Hulk was amazing. It was one of the best television shows of the year.
He's gonna keep this up so they have season 2.
he's
I
gonna
literally-
single-handedly make sure there's a season 2.
I made a meme of, like, the 4 stages of understanding Disparu's channel, and I can't remember what they were. Well, it was like, Disparu watches bad television. Disparu likes bad television. He doesn't. It's just a meme. The meme is a lie. And it was like, by the time you go through that, it's like, yeah, you know, it started as a joke, but now I really like She-Hulk.
Yeah.
I've
Lulu,
willed
thank you for the
myself into
99
it.
super sticker. It's a
Oh, thank
corgi
you,
with a hot.
Lulu.
Thank you, Lulu.
I think that you should make a shirt saying
Exactly.
She-Hulk's biggest fan.
And have her
I
twerk it.
unironically think I'm
Someone will
She-Hulk's
make it for
number 1
you.
fan at this point.
I really
nobody
actually
else has
think
been
that's
kept on
true.
after all this time.
He needs to meet her and like just have the biggest smile, and that'll be your profile picture forever.
I wonder
I
if she knows
bought
who you
all the
are.
merch. Like, literally, I bought as many t-shirts as I could find, so...
Sometimes I think about that with like YouTubers who do negative reviews or just a review that's not the most pleasant, like not 10 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. And if the people know them when they come meet them at least cons or signings. Never know.
I feel like she should do them. I mean, she's got to have. I mean, Disparu is gonna fly to wherever she is to meet her. So I mean, come on.
Yeah. I fell in love with your
that might come
twerking.
across a bit stalkery.
It does.
That's stage 5.
It's just like all the pictures of her with fans just used in the background.
Well, no, the thing is, one thing I always... Like, I never blamed her as an actress, because she's actually a genuinely good actress. In, what was it? She played, like, multiple clones of herself. And so she was constantly flicking between different personalities, playing different people. And there are some people where they play the same character over multiple shows. She was entirely different people within the same show. So she's a talented actress. It was everybody else that I have a problem with, not her.
Yup.
That
happens.
sucks too when you get a good actress, and that's something I like. I forget her name, Sydney. What's her name? She's in Madame Web. I actually think she's a decent actress, and she's up and coming. But this might really screw up.
You don't mean the main character, do you?
Is she the main character? I don't like Love.
Well, I don't know
Actually,
who you
not
mean.
Sydney?
The blonde. Is she the main one?
Oh, no.
no,
I mean the one that was in
Not-
50 Shades of
not-
Grey. She
no,
can't
no.
act to save her life.
Oh no,
Oh,
she's
no,
horrible.
no. She's the only reason she's an actress is because she's Melanie Griffith's daughter.
I don't know who that
Who's
is.
that?
But I don't
She
know
was
names,
in-
so...
She was married to Antonio Banderas. I don't think Antonio Banderas is her dad though.
Why on earth would I
Oh.
care who she was married to?
I'm just saying that's what people knew. Like it was a big thing. Like I think in the
For
90s.
marriage.
Sydney Sweeney. Yeah, Mark. Thank you, Mark. She I like her. She's up and coming though.
Sydney Sweeney. let me
Kinda.
see.
She's in Euphoria. That's what she's most known for.
Well, that
She
was just
should
the show about... Never mind.
about drugs and teenage
No, I was
sex,
going
yeah.
to say whores, but there you go.
She's really
There you go.
pretty.
She is. She is. She's not a bad actress, but I don't know.
This could tank her career. Who
This
knows?
could tank it. I don't know. Euphoria is really popular, and there's going to be another season, so maybe that'll save her. But she could end up being stuck in. This is her trying to branch out into movies, and this isn't a good start. I don't know if this is her first movie, but it's the only one.
Melanie Griffiths was in something called Smilf.
She was in Milk Money, where she was a
Sexy mom, I'd like to.
A single
Uh?
20-something mom struggles to find a happy work-life balance. So it is MILF, but with
A
an S on the
single?
front for some reason.
Single?
A
Is that
single
what
MILF?
the S? A
Okay,
single
isn't
MILF?
that?
No,
Do we
no,
have to
no.
get that
You can
specific about it? Yeah, it means
Apparently.
single MILF. Yeah.
Or she could be a T MILF. Taken MILF. I don't know.
I just
There's
remember.
Yeah, because
really
otherwise
strange
it'd just be a
stuff.
MILF, wouldn't it? It'd be a married
Yeah.
mum.
MILF.
The complications.
I
of
don't know.
Zoomer
Why do we have
language.
to complicate it by adding letters, okay?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with the LGBTQI something.
I don't know.
I
It's
don't
too long
remember
now. I
all
can't
that.
keep up.
I
It
like
changes.
Gary's, the alphabet community. It just makes so much,
Yes.
it's all encompassing.
Was
It's
it
very
really,
inclusive.
Tara? Oh, my god!
Milk
Look, when
Money?
it was actually a good movie. It's old from the 90s. It's a good movie.
But just because it's produced by her doesn't mean that it's.
I know,
you know.
it's just weird because hearing her name now, like back then, I'd be like, okay, whatever. But
She
now
just
it's like here,
makes the
Kathleen
movie
Kennedy.
happen. You know, you need
Yeah.
something. She's the person to go to. So
Yeah,
there you go.
that's true. I didn't know
Yeah.
that though. I forget that she did stuff before she ruined Star Wars. She made coffee.
She
Yeah.
was building that resume
Yeah.
to
Well,
make it
that's
to
one
this
way to
point.
She was in the growth business.
In the what business? The growth business? What?
I'm not
Oh my God.
explaining it. No, I
you didn't
refuse.
explain. Growth of what?
No.
Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian $5. Blue Dragon Film Awards, Smugglers 5 awards include Best Film. Concrete Utopia 3 awards include Best Director. The Night Owl 3 awards. Cobweb 2 awards. Oh, is it an award show that's happening right now? Blue Dragon Film Awards? I never heard of it. Have you ever heard of it, guys?
I've never heard
I
of
don't
it.
really watch award shows. I
No,
live
me
under
neither.
a rock. Well, and I mean, it was always kind of pretentious. I didn't really care who won awards. You should just make movies because you want to make movies, not for
I
awards.
used to, when I was a kid, I used to like stupid stuff like the Kid Choice Award because I wanted to see, them get slimed. That was just like a funny, silly, but like the
But
Oscars and stuff, people are like, who do you want to win? I'm like, I don't care.
I've always had a rule with the Oscars though. Like, if it wins, it's trash. Like that's been the most generic thing because that's why you get all this literal. I mean, it's called Oscar bait. It's about it's a horrific story of someone who's suffered throughout their entire life and absolutely no entertainment value, but they like it because it's arty and pretentious. It's like, oh no, it's not entertaining. Nobody likes it, but it's made to win awards. It's like for the prestige. It's just a load of people clapping themselves on the back. Meanwhile, everyone else just thinks it's a horrible movie. It's if you win an award, I'm probably not going to like your movie. I'm too normie for that kind of stuff.
What's up, Roto? Thank you for being a member for 4 months. Howdy, everyone. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Well, I don't. This ruined Extra Girl don't celebrate American Thanksgiving, but yeah, I ate a lot of food.
I responded like Lady G was feeling like she was starting to pity me in the chat, and I'm like, the English, she's like, oh, you don't have Thanksgiving. I'm like, no, the English have nothing to be thankful for, and that's the way we like it.
That is such a Disparu answer. I love it. I love
very
it.
English answer.
It's true.
It's so
We don't care about anything.
Don't you pity me? I'm miserable and I like it that way.
You know what? I kind of wish I was still in the US for Thanksgiving. It sounded like the Mrs. Nerdrotic's family Christmas sounded real fun. So, and I would have loved to bother Gary till like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Hey, good to see you.
Probably none of you will care about this, but it's actually, to me, it's big news. XQC's YouTube channel has just been terminated.
What?
Why?
Why?
I don't know. Dexerto reported on it, and they said XQC reacted on stream, but believes it's because his counterclaims on strikes have not gone into effect. He expects it to be reversed soon. But he is literally the biggest Twitch streamer that got paid over $100 million to move over to Kick.
Yeah.
And he's just had his YouTube channel cancelled. Like, just
Wow.
deleted.
Well, I'm sure he's
No,
not
that's big.
losing sleep over it, really. That's big, but like
No,
money-wise.
No,
it's
I mean,
fine.
look,
He will
he is
still
set
be
for
losing
life
sleep.
just off his Kick deal, but I think it's more that somebody that massive will just get snapped out of
Yeah,
existence on YouTube.
that's
That's
true.
part of it. You know what? The bigger you are, the more eyes on you, and all it takes is one wrong eye, and then they check your channel.
Yeah,
and
it is
you're
literally the
deleted.
Eye of Sauron just focusing
Yes.
on you. It's like,
Once
bye,
once it
you're
finds
gone.
you,
It's like,
you
whoa.
better have a clean record, otherwise.
Yeah.
So
And they didn't give a reason. Like it's just gone. There was no
No,
actual reason.
you never find out. That's the thing.
That's true.
There's been people who have like through repeated attempts, including lawyers, eventually find out some kind of hint that maybe it was this and maybe you should do this. But to me, it's common sense that if you get banned for something, they should just go, this is why. The issue is if they say this is why you get banned, well, now they're legally liable for that
to ban
specific
everyone
reason.
to.
So if we
ban
just
that.
leave it vague, then it's...
This is like corpo speak.
Isn't he the one that got famous for saying baguette? I don't know, Ian. Also, nice picture. It's Santa Ian.
Not exactly, but kind of.
Okay.
He
I don't
got
know
famous.
him really.
I used to know him when he first came through, so he was like playing Overwatch a lot. Anyone who knows my background, I liked Overwatch. But he got into like pro Overwatch, and then he was like shit talking a load of people who were doing that. And yeah, he said, I can't even repeat it on this channel. So you can Google it. you can find out what he said to a guy in the alphabet community, which got him severely punished.
So it rhymes with baguette.
Like, he didn't mean anything
like
by
Ian
it, but it was just like normal trash talk, and he said something that could be
people are sensitive.
taken...
Imagine that.
Okay, I like baguettes. Don't use it like
Hey,
that.
I like
Okay?
baguettes.
But
With
but
cheese curds.
he's one of those. He's one of those people where like a lot of people don't get it, but he has such a massive audience. You have to admit there's something about him that like people like.
He just does reaction content now, right? Like, kind of. Like, doesn't he just?
He does a
play
lot of
stuff?
reaction content, but he also does do game streams.
He
and
does
stuff,
do
yeah.
game streams. Okay.
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
find
some
that a
people
lot. It's
have
like
it, some
Asmongold.
people don't.
He does react content, but also games a lot. So, I mean, he's had his fair share of controversies, and 99% of the entire world can't understand a single word he says. But hey, he's done well out of it.
I can. Every time I see his streams, it's just that rage for the French grows within me. I don't like the Quebecois people in this country. But
Abe's
didn't
been
like
a
the
member for 2 months. Thank you. So sick of these baguettes. Hey, actually,
Yeah,
girl.
I'm sick of the French as well.
but
Even
the
though
food
his
is
name
so
is French.
good.
His name is French.
It sounded cool.
It is cool.
Section
And
Disparu
it's
6.
great. Like, especially for something like this, it'll be like Xray Girl, WickedVirtue, and Disparu too.
And the thing is, look, the English and the French, like we have historic problems going back centuries, but I've always agreed with the Merovingian from The Matrix. Of all the languages in the world, French is the best at cursing. It's like wiping your arse with silk.
It sounds so beautiful. You could say anything.
Yes.
Mike.
No, the French
and
accent is the
Spanish.
best accent in the world.
Hi, Mike.
Oh,
Whole panel snacks.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Thanks, Mike.
I got to see an epic mic.
Oh, in Wisconsin?
Not in Wisconsin. Maybe on the way home from Wisconsin.
Did you guys eat cheese curds together?
No. I had
They're not that intimate.
No. Sorry.
That's a special thing to be shared.
Yeah, I had it with Lady G and Mrs. Rod.
That sounds very intimate.
It was very
like I had it with Lady G.
I had a really long conversation with her about what she posted about you when she's like, I miss hugging Xray Girl with her hair. She went, I am never doing that again. It's like, how did you not see it? And then she's like, you know what really makes me annoyed? My husband's agreeing with you. It's like, yes, of course he is.
Well, that's the thing. Once you do it a few times, you know not to do it too often unless you do it on purpose.
It got worse when I was watching some stream, and then Kara started saying, "I miss sleeping with Xray Girl." I'm like, "What? You can't keep doing this to people."
Yeah, I mean, we did. We slept together. Like,
no, I think Lady G said that as well, and I'm like, you can't type sentences like "I miss sleeping with Xray Girl" and expect people not to take it that way.
You know what? She and I do it on purpose. I don't think Lady G did.
No, Lady G had no idea.
No,
she got annoyed that me and her husband both took it the same way, and she had no idea why. And she got even more annoyed when he went, "Oh, that's adorable." And I'm like,
yeah. I will say, I really like having my hair pet while I fall asleep. I thought that was really sweet of her.
A raid from Dimajnai.
can't
Thank
say this
you.
I do
Perfect
that
time to come in.
on purpose. Hi, internet.
Hello.
Lady G is just turning beetroot right now.
Hi. A lot.
Elric of Mellybone. I'm saying that wrong.
Marlebon.
I'm sorry. What is it?
Bonnet?
Oh no,
Mellybone.
that's a. I was saying like the London version. That is.
I think it's a French, right?
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
Elric is not really French. Is it?
But it doesn't all have to be French. People can.
Everything is French now.
Yes.
Wrong. Yes.
Everything is awesome.
Thank you for being a member.
Just sweet. Oh,
Thanks
that's all I know.
Just sweet.
I am.
I know, je suis, I am. And no, what is it? Je suis un gare. That's the only French I know, and it means I am a train station. I'm like, at some point that'll be useful. That'll save my life.
That sounds
I just
wrong.
know I am and train station.
I go
Disparu
toilet.
is a train station. I don't know what that means.
I know what a train station is.
I know, but you're calling yourself a train station. That could be.
I don't know. I just don't know when it'll be useful. But I know what I'm saying.
Disparu wants trains running through him. I don't know.
He dropped something. I heard that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like a camera clip and like
He just like.
I don't even know what this is called, like a hex something or other.
Yeah,
Like people don't know this, but whenever I'm on a stream at all, I'm always like fidgeting with something all the time.
You need to get
Yeah.
a fidget spinner.
Yeah.
I completely dismantled a laptop stand the other day, just accidentally. I was just messing with it. It's like fell apart. I'm like,
He just
oh no.
collapses. He's like, sorry, I took my desk apart. My bad.
Oh, an Allen key. Thanks, Hokies.
An Allen key, yes.
Oh,
It's an
okay.
Allen key in a camera
Oh,
clip.
the hex thing too, because it says that like on the instructions when you're putting stuff together, like take the. I don't know. But thanks for the reviews,
No, I
Disparu,
know
and
it's
thanks for
Allen key.
introducing me to Alice in Borderland. Good show.
Everybody
love
should
Alice.
watch Alice in Borderland.
watch
Every
that.
single person. Oh my god.
You have
we
to.
can't
You
be
have
friends.
to. We'll do like a review. I'll
Yeah,
we'll
rewatch
do
it
it.
with you if you want.
Okay.
Yes, we
I'm
will force
down.
you, right? Every
We
single
will
episode of
force
this.
you. He's
Every
like-
single episode of this, we will demand a review of an episode. You have to watch at least an episode a week. And the reason I say that is because I know if you start an episode, you won't actually be able to stick to an episode
You
a
won't
week.
be able to stop. It's
Yeah.
really hard not to
Because
stop.
the way they do it, it's so good. And it'll like cut halfway through a game. You're like, I'll just watch the start of
Cliffhangers.
the next
It's
episode.
cliffhangers.
Like, and
It's the
oh my
worst.
god! It's not my favorite series because I'd have to watch several things to decide, but it's definitely up there.
I just like the games. Mental, physical, torture.
Well, yeah, but it's my go-to explanation of what I mean when I say nothing is happening in a TV series. And they're like, no, we're setting up the characters. I'm like, that show can set up an entire new range of characters, like 20 people
I really
in a
love-
game in 20 minutes. And you care about these people, you'd go through like an emotional journey, and then they die. And you care about all of them in that 20 minutes. And there is nothing else like it when it comes to characterization.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Ian's name.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
is
no,
wrong
hold
with
on.
Ian? Oh, you have just scarred that guy.
Empty.
It's like,
no,
oh, I'm laughing at your
no,
name that you can't change that you were born with.
No, wait. I'll highlight it in 1 second. We got you, Ian. He did it on
No,
purpose because he knows I'm not gonna
Xray
be able to
Girl's just
say it.
being mean. Like, crushing Ian.
Y'all looking fresh, fly, and fine tonight. Even Disparu. Thank you, MTV.
Ooh.
Yeah, I-
Thank you.
Oh,
That's
hold on.
unusual.
I guess that deserves
We're going back to the 90s.
Saucy.
So saucy.
That was perfect
Mm.
time. We're going back to the 90s with
Saucy.
Also, thank you, Dimaj and I, for the $2 and the raid, Pimp Raid. Hope you had a great holiday. Hail
Yes.
chat. Thank you.
Hi,
We're getting to
Dimaj
Ian
and I.
in a second. Thank you, Andrew, for being a member for 4 months. Happy Thanksgiving and Doctor Who month, beautiful ladies, including Disparu. Everyone just keeps calling Disparu.
Yes.
I really
I am
enjoyed
now
this
a
review
lady.
on Gotham Knights and Robin.
Because he's
I demand
worth
my
it.
free attention.
All right, my free attention. All right.
Yeah.
Disparu, would you like to read Ian's new name? He changed it. Since you want to yell at us, great girl, read it.
What the hell is
Oh
that?
no! He doesn't know how to say it.
Yeah, it's
Try
like Ian de la Poisson Poulet?
Ian de la Poisson
Poisson Poulet?
She said it perfectly. It's because she's Canadian, and they say they can be French too.
Yeah,
It's
they're all
like-
French. It's
from
weird.
it's from you know what the thing that reminds me of how to say poisson is Little Mermaid when
Oh, I
the
was
chef
right the
is
second
cooking.
time then.
Oh, Chef
Les
Louis.
poissons, les
Les
poissons,
poissons.
hee, 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 ho,
Ha,
ho,
ha, ha.
ho. Sorry.
We're into French names now, are we?
It's like,
Thank
it's
you,
like
Ian,
Krista. She was
for the 50.
Chris is just like, I grew up in French Canada. Canada, we have nothing. I'm like, what? So
They're
she goes to
poutine.
America and they just have all the brands. Oh my god, I love everything.
I know. She loves
This
big
is-
box stores though.
Thank you, Ian.
Saucy.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Very,
He's
very
got a
soft.
Santa beard on. Why has everyone gone to Christmas already? Drunk had a Christmas hat on his stream.
Because of Thanksgiving. Once Thanksgiving's done, Americans
Christmas
automatically
time.
go to Christmas.
It's not even December. It's not the same
yeah.
month.
I have all my Christmas stuff up. I have a Charlie
Like, if
Brown
this was
tree
the
here.
first, I could understand it. But Krista literally put a Christmas tree up
My Christmas
immediately
tree
after
is cute.
Her
Thanksgiving.
Christmas tree up. A lot of people. A lot of people put up their Christmas tree.
Well,
Just for
Well, listen, we don't have Thanksgiving, so for us, we need a different
reason.
like holiday. Well, yeah,
mean, you're
like
basically
December would normally be
American.
the start.
Basically, I mean,
You're
you're, on
basically
American,
American.
time.
Yeah.
He's gonna say it, who knew?
I just hate anything that's cheerful. That's me. It's like, oh, people are like, oh, you should be happy and merry. I'm like, no, get pissed and be miserable like a
I'm
man.
gonna call you a
Like a man.
Grincharoo. The Grincharoo.
Yes. Be,
Yes.
be unhappy and satisfied like you deserve.
It sounds naughty. It probably is. It's Ian.
The thing is, I say stuff like that, and like British people will get it, or like English people will get it. Maybe not Scottish people, but they're too pissed to care anyway. But then you've got Americans, and Americans are always like, "This is the best thing in the world. I love this. This like we're amazing. We're the best thing in the world." And then British people are like, "Everything's sad and miserable, and we like it that way." Don't take my advice if you're American.
I love it. I love the sass we're getting from Disparu.
I know.
I don't know if it's sass
should be
or like a
Saucy
cry for help.
Saturdays. Aw.
Oh, I want to give you a
Don't
hug
aw me.
now.
I'm English. We don't need the
Aw.
aw. We like it this
That's
way.
exactly
We
why I'm
thrive on the
doing
misery of the
it.
universe.
You're so
You're gonna make her
adorable when
cry.
you're miserable.
She wants to pinch your miserable cheek.
I'm always miserable. I'm English. Why do
Oh
you
my
think
God.
I like She-Hulk? We revel in
Likes to
pain.
be
He wants to turn
miserable.
green too, just like her.
Yes.
He
I
is
mean,
the Grinch.
what other attitude could you have? It's like we ruled 3/4 of the entire world, and then we gave it away for no reason whatsoever. It's like that will leave a legacy of
You're
just
basically like Santa with land.
yes. We except we're giving the presents back to the people who owned it in the first place.
You made it better, maybe. Who knows?
Not
Should
maybe.
we-
It was the greatest thing to ever happen to the world.
You know that your video, Disparu, when you search YouTube for Madam Web trailer, you're right under the actual trailer. Like,
Really?
Ah, but
you're the
what
next
happens if
video.
what happens if you sign out though?
I was gonna say I'm gonna go YouTube
Because
you-
right now and try
Yeah.
it on a guest account.
All things are customized. on YouTube.
Madam Web trailer.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you have to do the exact wording.
Yeah, I wrote
and
Madam Web trailer.
Okay, so we got
if you do
the
it from
Madam
a
Web
private
trailer,
thing.
and actually, I will show you this. You are actually underneath it. I'll show you.
Disparu's a star.
Well, that was the thing, right? Who was it?
She said,
I was watching the mini. What was it in the back of the full Aussie? I was
back of the-
watching theirs.
I
And,
don't know what it is.
I think it was Raging Rhino said we need to talk about Madam Web, and Lethan went, nobody cares about Madam Web. I'm like, well, I mean, my video's got like 180,000 views. I think somebody
Some people
cares.
care,
Like
yeah.
somebody must care.
That is insane. I can't believe you're second.
Disparu's
Well,
a
I mean,
star,
that's insulting.
baby.
It's like I can't believe you got
And it's
second on
the-
something.
No,
I've seen
and
your
you have it
video.
above. You have above. Oh wait, this is What If, but you have above new rock stars. I don't know who that is. Disney Plus, even. Oop, I don't want to watch that. Oop.
I mean, that's a Percy Jackson thing. That like Disney Plus is so awful they can't even bother to put it on their channel. Well, it's like, oh, they put Percy Jackson up instead.
Mm-hmm.
That was a weird video though. It did better than some of my Marvels videos.
Marvels is already forgotten. Clearly.
Yeah, Yeah, but it wasn't when I uploaded the videos. Like, that Madam Web thing was one of those videos where you're like, I'll upload it, I'm way late. It was like a week after the trailer had come out. But
Mhm.
I thought it was funny because The Guardian, like hated it, and they like a lot of weird stuff. And so I'm like, this will be funny. And it came in 3 out of 10, and I expected it to bomb, so...
3 out of 10. Still pretty low, though. Still pretty
Should
low.
we attempt to watch it, or I'll
What?
probably get it clipped for it when I...
We should watch it.
Xray girl, I thought you were good at maths.
3 out of 10 is low, isn't it?
No.
Is it
no,
not low? Like, should it be lower?
Do you,
I have a little interest in it, more than the Marvels, okay? Give it
Yeah,
that.
just because I'm a Spider-Man, like that. And it's not Spider-Man, but like
No.
spider
Look,
stuff.
the way
we
YouTube
broke him.
goes, because I'm amazed that Xray girl can't count to 10. Let me, yeah, that's amazing.
It's low!
No. Okay,
Okay,
YouTube.
it's 2 out of
When
10
you make a
low?
when you make a video, YouTube ranks it 1 to 10. Out of your 10 last videos, however many hours it's been out, is it like the best video you've done or the 10th best
We
video
thought
you've
you
done?
meant like
This
I was
was 3
with
out
you,
of 10,
Xray.
and you're like, that's
Okay,
trash.
I thought it was
I'm
a
like, what?
rating.
Yeah,
I thought it was a
it's
rating,
the
okay?
best or
Yeah,
nothing
like a
for
rating,
Xray
like,
girl.
My
it's a
bad.
3
My
out of
bad.
10.
I've just
So
got
I
high
thought-
standards.
I miscommunicated or misheard or misprocessed something there. I thought you were talking about a rating. There we go. Okay, cool.
Oh, you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we thought rating like, oh, this gets a 3 out of 10 from me.
But no,
Like,
this
you
is
know.
like because Wicked wasn't saying anything. We're like, well, you must know
I was confused
the
for a second. I
YouTube
didn't know.
like
I
back
figured you
end.
would elaborate.
Like
so
Xray
I
girl
was
doesn't
just
upload
quiet.
videos, but you do.
I figured you would elaborate, so I'm like, let them just like yell at each other for a minute because I know the chat likes it when you guys argue. It's not about fashion today, but it's about numbers. It's always something different.
Fashion?
You never know.
When has it ever been about fashion? I'm on the
That-
fucking stream.
No, you guys
Did we
are arguing
talk
about fashion.
Remember when we talked about waistline and high-waisted skirts or something like that?
Yeah, you brought up a whole chart and everything.
You should have seen like what was it, the Oscars? What was the event thing that you and Blabs did on a
It was the
stream?
Oh, that was
Oscars.
funny.
Oh, I have
Those
never
outfits,
been
they were wearing
in a more
brown
girly
paper
stream than that
bags.
stream, and
But you
I'm
enjoyed
like,
it.
I am in the wrong place. They're
You
like, oh
were,
my god, she's got like a sticker on her shoe.
But to be fair, these celebrities they spend like probably thousands of dollars on these stylists, and they put them in paper bags and stuff. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
one
the most
guy was in a
expensive
blow up
bag ever.
Yeah,
dress.
see, he's making fun of us, but he's like, you're right.
Oh, well, I never said you were wrong. I just
true.
said that it was very girly stream.
I think the next time they do an Oscars or any event, Disparu, you should just actually make a video judging their outfits.
Or
Oh,
I
see.
fly there and just drunkenly stagger onto
He
the
was
red
there.
carpet.
There was someone
I'm
in there
just
that
like,
looked
"Hello!"
just like this Disparu, and me and Black
I get
was up,
tackled by like
Can you
every
please-
security
Can you
guard.
please wear the I'm She-Hulk's #1 fan shirt too? when you
Yes.
with
wear
the bow tie,
No.
though, please. Need a
For
bow
anyone who
tie.
doesn't know, in London, like for the meetup, I unironically wore a She-Hulk t-shirt, and I have never felt more uncomfortable walking through a building than I did walking through my own hotel. Like, there are like businessmen in full three-piece suits coming the other way. Everyone's having like big meetings and stuff, and I'm walking through the place in a She-Hulk meeting,
In
and
a
I'm like, I am
graphic
far too
t-shirt?
common for this building. Like, I don't deserve to be here. I shouldn't be here.
Next time, just throw a bow tie on, and you'll feel better.
I was wearing a She-Hulk t-shirt. I went down in the lift, and a guy stopped it. I'm like, all right, mate. It's like, can I enter the lift? What?
He wasn't gonna let you on.
It's only later that I realized that he was like a member of staff in the hotel asking me if he could enter the lift. I'm like, I've never been asked if anyone can enter the lift before.
This man is
Just in
very
case he's
fancy in his
invading your
I was
house.
She-Hulk.
completely out of my element.
Oh my god!
I just assumed
No,
you'd walk on. Like, what
to be
happens?
fair,
on the...
the elevators in the most of the buildings are teeny tiny.
Really?
Oh, not in
are.
this one. No, this wasn't a room thing. This was, you're a guest. I'm a member of staff. Can I please
Oh.
enter? Like, can you allow me into this lift? And I'm like, I don't care. Like, there could be an entire like convoy of clowns enter the lift. I'll just sit in a corner and like hug myself.
How many clowns can fit in Disparu's elevator?
An
Ian's got a
infinite,
point.
infinite.
Oh, he's Ian
Clowns
again.
can compress themselves.
They would
like-
have only assumed only a producer would wear such a ridiculous shirt.
This was
So
the
when
thing. I walked out of that building. I've never been more embarrassed in my life. I'm like,
Aw.
I didn't know
I
you
don't
could feel
deserve to be. I'm
embarrassment.
too common for this place. Was the only thing running through my mind. I'm too English to be in that kind of environment. I was the epitome of new money. That was the only thing that happened.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that was so fun. I miss London.
London was awesome. Yeah.
Wicked. One day we'll get the 3 of us together. When? I don't know.
We'll have curds.
Yes,
Cheese curds.
I'm down for
What's
that.
the like? Drunk hasn't even told me if Gina is going to MegaCon yet.
I don't think he knows.
It could happen
thing-
very last
the thing-
minute.
Yeah, that happens a lot with conventions. Like I've gone to ones and been like, "Oh, cool, I want to meet this person," and then someone else from the show or the movie gets added like 2 days before.
I'm if she gets added 2 days before, I'm not going. Like
Yeah,
there is a
that's-
there is a limit
Well,
of like
the flights would be
reasonability.
disgusting. 2 days before.
I'm sure it'll be before that. I'm just saying that's how conventions are.
No, but when I said like he was on a stream being incredibly based, and I have never seen Drunk 3PO be like this on a stream before. Like never. But like normally he's like, "Oh, I'm so nice. I'm the nicest guy in Shinji. Oh, isn't everything happy and wonderful?" And then Gina came up and he was savage. And I mean like absolutely he was taking no prisoners. He was going all in on every topic. And so I was like, "Okay, if you're going to be like this, if Gina confirms like MegaCon, I'll go." It's like, "Oh yeah, we're very close." And now it's been like a month. Nothing. He's like, "She's only got to sign the I'm sorry. How long does it take you to pick up a pen?" Like that's the question I'm asking.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not till February, so I'm sure by at least January it'll be, solidified. We'll see.
Someone may
Just
have
keep bugging
read
him.
the contract by a month.
Should we watch this trailer?
What? Everyone else is like, "Oh my, I'm not going to say anything. I might offend somebody." Don't worry
About what? Oh, hold on a second. Before we do this, let me get into these super chats, and we're gonna react to this. I actually didn't watch it, but I did watch Disparu's video, and I got a really good giggle out of it. So I'm super excited for the trailer. All right,
So am I.
Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian $5. Theme park attendance low, dragons combusting, films bombing, and IPs crumbling. The Disney apocalypse fully underway. Run for the hills. And Jason for another 5. Thank you, Bob Eager, Dave Filoni, J.J. Abrams, and Pablo Hidalgo are the 4 horsemen of the Disney apocalypse. I can't say that word.
Yeah,
Thank
but my
you,
name
Ken.
comes from my name comes from J.J. Abrams. This is my problem.
Oh, no.
He made Alias.
Mark of Reality, thank you for the $5. Gina isn't going to be able to say where she's going to be until 2 days before or for security reasons. Oh. Well,
that's
Disparu will
fair.
probably know, but if it's like not public, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Disparu will know because he needs to know for
Security.
Well, no,
purposes.
I mean, like Drunk has been saying for over a month. The moment she signs the contracts, I'll let everyone know. So
Yeah, I mean, she probably will. It'll be more than 2 days because, like, when she was doing all these conventions, they were sharing it like weeks and sometimes months ahead of time. So I'm thinking by January it'll be known.
Hopefully, it'd be fun to see you in America.
well, so far there's 2 things like that I'm planning to go to. It's if she goes like in a reasonable time, then I'll go to MegaCon. I'm definitely going to Las Vegas. Like that's the one that I'm
Will
definitely going
you?
to.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
gosh, that's exciting. Okay, you might as well just stay
So
in America if you go to
either way,
MegaCon
I'm
till
definitely going
then.
to Vegas. It's just MegaCon. That was more a drunken not a gamble, but a drunken bet. I'm like, if she goes, I'll go. And then I sobered up. I'm like, okay, I suppose I have to do this now.
I'm excited for Vegas then. Oh my goodness. Do you stay for like more than just the week? Or
I can. Like, I'll stay around when other people are staying.
okay.
Like I did in London. Like, other people will, like, set dates, so that's the dates that I went.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out. Very exciting. All right, Madam Webb.
I'm so excited, guys. I feel seen. A female spider. Okay.
Just pay attention to the acting.
I don't know if
mean,
I want
She
to.
looks like she's
It's
still
wonderful.
what's
It's
her
wonderful.
face in 50 Shades of Grey, to be honest.
She's very just
She's
her,
like a-
her
she's
acting
like
is
a
very
dead
just like
fish.
dry.
Yeah,
Is that a
her
good-
face
you know what I
doesn't
mean?
change. She's
I
just
mean,
like,
No.
talentless is another word.
Like
you
she
could
makes Kristen Stewart look like a great actress.
Yeah, I mean, you
Like,
could
she has
replace it with a
more-
block of wood, and you wouldn't know any difference.
oh my god, it's
Yes.
like the chick from Thor. What's her face? King.
Oh, the
black chick.
yeah, that was also on. I know she was also on Creed. She was actually okay on Creed, but she was like a background kind of. It was
She
more
doesn't
about
change her
him.
face. It all looks the same.
No. All right, here we go. I feel like this is gonna laugh as
Tessa
soon as we hear that
Thompson.
line.
Thank you.
There you go.
I mean, the line literally got turned into a meme. It was that bad.
Oops.
I've seen Darth Vader say that line.
Should we probably talk over the music? Is it like a I don't know,
Probably.
A couple seconds.
I mean,
just
you-
pause.
edit this
Look,
out?
You can go
Yeah,
through
finish
4
being said.
seconds without being hit. You can probably go through 6 to 8, but that's about
Okay.
pushing it.
Mhm.
I can't go over 6 or Disparu's gonna get
Well,
upset.
No, it's not me getting mad. Do you want to get claimed? I
YouTube.
mean, I don't
right,
know.
you're
Tubes.
right, you're right.
And the thing is, I don't know if it would claim you because I never break my own rules. So
Yeah. Is Billie Eyelash the singer? Okay. All right, let's see.
Hey, come on. Get your stuff.
Wait.
I want to know what precognition has to do with Spider-Man.
Who? Who is
See,
that?
Like,
Is
this
that
is Madam Web, right? It's in the
That's-
Spider Universe. Okay,
Let's go.
so backstory. Sony made a deal with Marvel that they can make Spider-Man movies, but only if Marvel make them. So Sony can't make their own Spider-Man movies with Spider-Man in them, so we end up with a load of women pretending to be Spider-Man who can't have the same powers as Spider-Man because
Then-
they don't own the rights to Spider-Man. And so now we've ended up with her, who's got different powers to Spider-Man, who's supposed to be a Spider-Man, but she isn't, because if she was, then we wouldn't be allowed to use the rights.
That's like a whole like trying to make sense of it all.
think,
It doesn't make any sense.
The idea,
So-
at least with precognition, is that the spiders are
It
supposed to
does.
anticipate. Maybe I don't know.
I agree with you for Spider-Man, where he was like, my spider sense is tingling
spidey
as
senses,
something
yeah.
is being lobbed at him. So it was a play on, essentially, if you try and catch a spider, they react faster than humans do. And so they,
Yes.
in the milliseconds that you're acting, they've already reacted, which is faster than you can see. Now in this, she can see massively into the future.
Because she's a woman. I don't know.
No, to be
She's
fair,
better at it.
to be fair, that's probably their thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Hollywood logic for you. She's got fallopian tubes, and each tube is like a week into the future.
Yes, exactly. Thank you for understanding, Disparu. Finally, I feel
it's okay.
seen.
It's okay.
I'm
I
seen.
feel your pain. It's like
I never thought
we
I would
synchro-
hear Disparu say the words fallopian tube, but Saucy
I say
Saturdays, you
fallopian
never know
tube
what
in my videos all the time. I actually pissed off Angry Joe by saying fallopian tube. Not many people can say that. I have been by proxy in Angry Joe's videos because he gets mad at me saying fallopian tube.
Oh.
Like literally, I got called the lunatic,
I guess I missed it.
the weirdo that talks about fallopian tubes. That's how I was referenced in Angry Joe's videos.
You have a reputation now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, not now. I mean, ever since Kenobi, he's not liked my videos because he doesn't like it if you don't say the word woman. If you replace the word woman with anything else, he gets really mad, and I don't know why.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Disparu's actually a trained gynecologist.
I am. Yes, at least that's what I'll tell you.
Who's this in the black suit?
It's the
That is-
evil.
That's Ezekiel. So Ezekiel, as I found out from my video, and which is why I wanted to cry the more I found out. This is a guy who never met Madam Web, who doesn't have these powers, and is actually a good guy. Except in this, he knows Madam Web has different powers. And,
So he's
for
just
some
the
reason
name.
is a villain. So he's the exact opposite in the movie of his character in the comic book.
It's
And
Paul
this is
Maguire.
feeling more woke the more we talk about it. It makes me sad to know that he
Yeah.
actually is a good guy turned bad. I forgot he's probably white too, isn't he?
I mean, he's never met
course.
Madam Web in his life. It's like, oh, let's make a movie about him.
This doesn't look. Someone in the chat I highlighted it said it looks like a Spirit Halloween costume, kind of like it doesn't look
It's
as
very frumpy.
yeah, it doesn't look as fresh as like Toby or Andrew or
It needs to,
Tom
like,
Holland, any of them.
Like when you think of the flexibility, well, I mean, I don't know what kind of powers does he have? What is like a spider? Another spider
It's
person?
supposedly all of the Spider-Man powers except the ability to throw
Okay,
webs.
so like I wouldn't be able to move in that outfit very well. That's why you have to wear spandex as Spider-Man. Right?
I mean, that probably is spandex.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it probably is. It just looks weird, like thick.
Well, it looks cheap. It looks like the bargain bin at a Halloween store.
Yeah, it looks like I've seen
Cosplayers
little
can make
kids in better. Yeah.
I mean, the way you defeat that guy is you just pour water on his mouth. And then he'd, like, waterboard himself.
Oh no.
All right. Well, here we go. So far, it's not very good.
Because
Oh,
none of this happens. Like, oh, I've seen the future. That's
Oh,
not a
she's-
power that she has in the comic books. She's a medium. She can't see
comic
the
books?
future.
But she's supposed to be old too. If
Yeah, she's like got grey hair and be like 50 years older.
Let's try that again.
believe
I
this
also
is
made the
ageism.
mistake of asking anyone what any of this has to do with Spider-Man, and that went
They
in a
just wanna
direction
make
I never
another one.
wanted to know.
They just
It's
want to
like it's like there's literally spider gods and a spider universe where they draw power from the spider universe via the spider gods. I'm like, I don't care anymore.
I did
Why
a
would
I
video
want
on
to give
this.
up and go home.
Why wasn't she in Into the Spider-Verse or any of the Spider-Man movies? It would have
I
been.
did a video on this. They have, I think a bunch of them got canned at this point, but there was like 10 different Spider-Man or Spider projects that were getting worked on, movies and Disney Plus shows. I think a few of them got canned though. I thought this would have been one of them, but I guess not.
I spent my life racing against time. I'm gonna help.
She is very bland. Like I spent my life racing against time. Like
Yes.
Doesn't sound exciting
This is
at
how
all.
we do all of our lines when we're really talented actresses.
Well, even in her 50 Shades of Grey, she never really had any range at all either. She always had the
didn't have any
same
pizzazz.
face.
Yes,
No.
but to be fair, in 50 Shades of Grey, you don't really need any kind of
I mean,
enthusiasm.
she was pretty. That
because
was
nobody's
it.
paying attention to what you say.
He's adopted her acting method. No one pays attention to what you
All right,
say.
guys,
This is literally the
Let
way
me-
she
let me-
delivers
let me
every
tell you.
line.
I think Disparu should be the new Madam Web.
Yeah.
I have the same amount of talent.
50 Shades of Base. Yes, that's Disparu.
You out today, okay? Trying to save people who are running out of it.
Seriously though, now that you pointed out, I can't stop.
All of my lines are delivered with the exact same
Mhm.
intonation.
Mm-hmm.
This
It's
is how I
the
save
same with
everybody on a
Billie
road.
Eilish's music. Maybe that's why they used her. She's pretty monotone in most of her music.
Yeah.
Until one moment changed everything.
Until one moment changed
What
everything.
was that?
Yes.
I know she sounds so excited.
This is why I've never seen 50 Shades of Grey. I also don't know why she was cast in it. You would assume it would require some kind of enthusiasm. Otherwise, the police would get called.
Turtle on her back, basically.
Instead of bondage, it's just we're trying to escape a mic cord he's accidentally got wrapped up in. I think Disparu just pictured that in his own head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why
I'd be
I
more-
don't like
I'd be more
headphones with the cord.
enthusiastic. Well, like, at least be like, yes, I escaped. She's like, yes, I escaped. This is the most glorious moment of my entire life.
So happy
Can't
to
you
be
tell
alive.
I'm so happy? Oh my god.
So she makes Kristen Stewart look like she, has got
I
range.
don't even understand how she could act in 50 Shades. She's like, yes, spank me harder. It's like, come on. It doesn't. They can't deliver it like that. But like, you get paid insane amounts of money to at least have some energy in what you do. Which is like, no, this is the only way I know how to speak.
And like, how did she get an action role?
Well, I could guess.
Out of
Oh.
she did some 50
she
Shades
learned-
of Grey
she
action.
learned
Exactly.
stuff from
She has been
50
training her entire life for this moment.
Oh my god.
Mark.
Oh my god. Mark says, I feel represented because she's both a paramedic and retarded.
The hero we needed, but we
Hey,
didn't
Mark,
know.
I think you're ready to be Madam Web at this point.
You have a far
God.
superior beard.
I don't understand what's happening.
Oh, there was a little. She got a little louder there.
Nobody understands what's happening in this. I'm just like,
No, and you made I know I watched your video before this, but you made a point too that there's a lot of people that watch these movies, especially something like this. Most people know the backstory of Peter Parker, regular Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, all that. Whether you watch the comics or not, there's shows. You know the backstory. People like this, we don't know the backstory on. So if you have to do research for the trailer, that's not a good sign. You said that in your video, and I agree with that.
yeah.
You
Except
don't
then
know.
later in the video, I found out the backstory and found
And
out
it
that
was-
this movie has nothing to do with the backstory. That's why I'm like, this is like an onion. The more you
So
find
this
out
is
about it, the more
not
you
an
want to
origin
cry.
story. That's stupid.
It is an
Yeah.
origin story. She
Oh,
doesn't know she has powers, then she gets powers.
Yeah,
Visions.
just not a very good one.
I knew he was gonna die. I think I'm seeing the future.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
Oh, is that the bad guy right there?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. And then he starts killing people. She's like, so you're all spider women. And it's like, why? Well, you drove past me on a street. It's like, of all the reasons why these people need powers, I don't get it.
Coincidence is really it.
Well,
There's
yeah,
nothing
you were going to
special.
be a super spider woman, but you drove past me in the street. You lived in the same building as me. Oh.
Oh, that's all the Spider Girls.
New York City's a whole
Yeah.
Who's that chick? Why is she like looking at her all sassy like that? Is she
Which
I didn't
one are
see
you
the
talking about?
sass.
the older lady with the gray hair? Like they keep showing her, like giving her this look like she knows something.
Oh, I think that this
Probably
is just
knows
a
this
badly
movie's
cut
going to be
trailer.
trash.
A badly cut trailer.
At least they didn't race off Jessica Drew Spider Woman. I don't know anything about that.
No, but she's supposed to be 75. You're supposed to have grey hair.
This is ageism at its
And
best.
and then I was reading an article. It's like,
Oh.
yeah. By the way, she's supposed to be the MCU's. No, she's supposed to be that Sony's universe's version of Doctor Strange. Like what? Like she can predict next week's lottery numbers. Doctor Strange can do magic.
How is
These
it
are not the
same
same.
thing? I don't understand.
I don't
Whole
either.
new
Like
level of
apples to
crazy
oranges.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
days.
Oh, is this where she figures it out?
Yeah, 'cause he said the same thing to her.
train. That man's trying to kill you. What? Who are you?
I'm not gonna lie. Like in real
Who
life,
are you?
if,
What do
if
you
someone
want?
told me that, I'd be like, "Get away from me! You're the one that's gonna kill me."
Yeah,
you
right?
Creepy freak.
Like this is New York. There's a lot of crazy people.
Yeah, this
You
one,
have
the
to
one
be
with the
crazy.
glasses.
You're living in
is-
New York.
Yeah.
Spending
Yeah.
that much money for rent? Hell no.
Mm.
I was gonna pause it on her and show you
I
guys
can
which
see the
one's
future.
Sydney. That's Sydney Sweeney. She's on Euphoria, and she, probably had or maybe still has a promising career, but I feel like this is gonna flop, and this is not a good. She's been in other movies, but this is supposed to be some big picture, right? It's Sony.
You know
it's
what?
Marvel.
If she doesn't make that much of an impact in the movie and she does well in her role, which she could, because there are
could.
bad movies out there that don't do well, or that the actor or actress does well enough, but the movie just sucks. She could
Yeah.
still have a career.
Yeah,
don't
I
think
mean,
this is gonna be one of them.
this is gonna
I
be
don't
one of
know.
the.
This, like in the Marvels, right? Everyone went, well, Miss Marvel, she brought a lot of life to the character. In this, from the trailer, none of them do.
Yeah,
kinda
she doesn't
agree with
look
that.
sexy
She's
anymore.
not-
Like she
she's
doesn't look the
very-
same.
Yeah, looks like she's smelling a fart.
She's like the 5 shades
She
of
got
grey now.
wokeified here. She's ready
She
to
did. Like she's
walk in
not
a-
ugly, but if you look at her, like look up her in Euphoria, she's got like the boobs out, nice dresses, very nice makeup, and
I feel like
her
they used
hair's
a
all
chest
done.
binder on her here.
Oh, she's got big boobs. Like she did an interview. She said her grandma was like, she said something about like you're gonna make it because you got big boobs or something.
Base grandma.
Yeah.
It's like the shoe comment. I can't remember from a like latest video. Is like the order of power in the world, and she starts with like peasants, the rich, the elite, the government, the deep state, women with big titties.
Hey, you know what? You can get a lot being a pretty girl with big boobs.
Oops. True.
What hell? She didn't see that coming? That's not how it works.
Okay, so how does it work?
I don't think they're going to explain it very well in the...
No, of course they're not. Apparently,
might
they
not
didn't
even
even explain it in the
explain it well
comics.
in
They just went magic.
Yeah. They probably won't explain it well in the movie either.
Man before. So who is he? Ezekiel Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
There it is.
That line.
Just replays
She's
that like
literally
10
talking about her mum
times in this
getting
video.
murdered. He was in the Amazon rainforest with my mom when she was researching spiders just before she died. I don't know. Maybe that would have a bit of emotion in your voice, rather just before she died. And then I went to the bakery and ordered a sausage roll and a Costa coffee. It's like, act, woman.
Act. He's the director. Give him a director.
That's all,
Act.
the only why was and there's loads of excuses. Oh, well, maybe this was cobbled together for the trailer. Okay, well maybe we should just get our actress to actually say the line for the trailer.
With a little
If-
more
even if that's the case,
enthusiasm.
why does everyone else not act during this entire movie?
Wait, I recognize you. You live in my building. You're the paramedic. Yeah, you almost ran me over.
Those are the reasons why they get powers.
This is
You
the
live
reason.
in my building. Oh, you drove past me on the road.
Everyone should get powers when they're around me then.
Well, it depends if they got fallopian tubes or not.
That's true. That's true.
I was just gonna say that. He beat me to it.
This is weird, how we're all connected.
It's honestly like the least weird thing that's happened all day.
Oh, that's all the explanation you need then, you know. This is
Just need
really
a-
weird. Why, when I live in your building, does that immediately give me powers? Well, it's not that weird. Weirder things have happened. It's like, oh, that explains everything. Thanks. Now it makes perfect sense.
No more questions.
Yeah, we just move on, shall we?
I feel like they're going
Let's
to have
get-
such Marvel humor in this because even that line was just so cheesy.
I don't
Like,
think they're going to have any humor in this.
Well,
I
I
think
mean, they're
this
going
is
to
going to be
try.
humor as if it was written by a woman.
They're going to try, but it's going to fall flat. Just
Her
like
web, but doesn't she not have web powers?
She doesn't have web powers.
Well, and
she can only see the
doesn't
future.
seem like someone who can be fit, and yet she catches a piece of debris to protect a girl. So she
Yeah,
has
maybe she got
super
like
strength too?
presumably strength, or she like could predict the future and like could deflect it.
I'm sorry, you're not going to deflect a brick wall. I mean,
Well, the thing is, in the comics, I kept asking, like, what has this got to do with Spider-Man? Because nothing about this says Spider-Man or related to spiders
it's
in any way,
piggybacking.
apart from
Yet again.
having a spider in a forest. And then in the comics, her powers and her name come from the fact that she was on a life support machine, and the life support machine, like, all the wires resembled a web, which is where she got, like, Madame Web name from. So it's not even related to spiders in the least.
Oh. Gets more lame and lame the more we talk about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like an
I-
onion.
I
The more
still
layers you
more-
peel away.
I'll still go see this possibly, or at least, stay on the high seas for
I think
it.
we
Not
should. We
Marvels,
should. We should.
But not Marvels. This, yes.
Oh, this will be a gold-plated disaster waiting to
Yeah.
happen.
Mhm.
Disparu's already got the shirts ready to order.
Hey, if they do merch, I'm buying it.
Of course they're gonna do merch. What is this? All right.
She
Their
looks a
outfit.
little like you at this angle. A little. If you did like a cosplay like that, I could see it.
Maybe I'll
Maybe it's
do
the
it.
hair.
If this movie is fantastic, I'll do this cosplay, guys. You heard
Well,
it
that's an easy
here.
way to get out doing a cosplay.
Hey,
Hey, you haven't seen Afro Spider? Yeah, you go. No,
Also-
we got to go back to the Afro Spider. I mean, come
Uh,
on.
The Afro spider.
Hold on.
So, okay. I don't like her legs or whatever those are on her back. Like, do they have money to get extra legs, or does that come out of her, or how does she?
There it is.
Doesn't have
Sorry.
a Tony
Just trying to
Stark.
get to it.
All I'm saying is maybe that's a bit identifiable as a person. Like, it's no use covering your eyes, love. There may be some more distinctive features in this picture, is all I'm saying. Don't worry. No
I will
one
say
can see
that,
my eyelids.
At least from this angle, fit-wise, that looks better than the guys. Like what's his
The
name? I
guy
already forgot.
costume, Ezekiel.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks. I already forgot.
I mean, they blurred the image to within an inch of his life.
I'm feeling I'm Foxy Cleopatra, and I'm a whole
I'm a
lot of
whole
woman.
lot of
vibes
woman. Yeah.
from her.
Gold member.
I think he can see into the future.
I think. Oh my god.
Okay, so what they share? Do they live in the same building? They share the same power?
No, she almost hit him. That's why.
Oh, this is what is the Sydney
How is that-
Sweeney's? Okay.
How is that a spider power?
What is that?
None of this is a spider power. That's my entire
Uh,
point. I don't know why this is a Spider-Man movie.
The
They could
only
have just made a new superhero thing, like with women. They didn't have to make it Spider-Man.
Well,
The
they
only
changed
person-
all the powers of the characters, so all of this is made up. She doesn't have those powers. He doesn't have those powers. He's not a villain in the first place. I don't even know who these other people are. I've not even been able to find anything about them.
They really
is
should have just
insane.
made their own movie and not made it a Marvel product at this rate. Like,
That's what I'm
what's
saying.
the
Yeah.
point? What
Right. Oops.
Well, it's because their Spider-Man movies have been successful, and so they want to build off that, but they don't own the rights to Spider-Man, so they can't keep making Spider-Man movies.
Mm.
Which is it's why they've been making Morbius and all the Hunter stuff and everything else. They're desperate to try and make their own characters.
Did she just blow up that plane?
Murder as well.
Okay. Did you see that?
That thing is like how? Why?
Look, you just
She's holding a piece of concrete.
Immediately cut to like the Batwoman clip of "I'm a woman." That's the only thing
Yeah.
that needs to be happened after that scene.
Yeah,
See, look at. She's at least got some expression. Nothing.
the
Blank.
the blonde has expression. She's just like,
Yeah.
I'm questioning myself.
That was.
Why
oh,
did I take
no.
this role?
What do you mean
What
you
am
don't
I-
have a spice latte this morning?
What am I doing here? I'm bored. Are we done
Yeah.
yet?
They're out of the pumpkin spice. What am I gonna do?
I wonder what craft service has today for lunch.
Oh my god.
Your future.
That was metal? Oh, it looked like it was concrete. Like she grabbed a piece of concrete.
I thought it
was
was
almost-
almost at the time.
Yeah.
So different.
If you want to live, you have to trust me.
Get ready.
I would
Oh,
love
okay.
to know how much electricity they think is in a defibrillator.
It's not
Like,
much.
it's literally designed for one person, and they electrocute an entire van for that guy to fly off the top of it. And it's like, you realize a car can get hit by lightning when you're inside it, and you're perfectly fine. But you put a defibrillator on the top, and poof, different story.
No,
'Cause she's a
whatsoever.
woman.
Just power
Nope.
over light.
They had to do the bridge scenes. Not better than the first Spider-Man bridge scene with Goblin. Just saying. Oh, she got smushed.
Ah, the pea fell on her.
The pea fell on her.
I don't know. This
Yeah, it's
it-
not a Spider-Man
this
movie
doesn't-
until you got peed on.
This doesn't excite me, even if without thinking it's maybe linked to Spider-Man or whatnot. It just the action doesn't feel exciting. They don't feel like action stars. It falls flat. I'm not excited.
I just think you're a bigot and hate women. That's mine.
Yes. Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes, calling me out. Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian $2. Question: what's your favorite film released of 2023? I'm gonna go with Mario. I didn't see that many films this year. I think I'm just gonna go with Mario because I enjoyed that. It was just a fun time.
Films in 2023.
not sure I even saw that many films.
I didn't either, so I'm like, I'm just gonna go with Mario because I know I enjoyed that one. I'm sure there was other ones, but I mean, I shouldn't say I'm sure because movies aren't great.
Probably
lately.
Guardians. I like the
3?
most that I went to the theaters.
That would be second for me. It wasn't great, but it was definitely one of the better Marvel
It was
movies
one of
out
the
of the last
better,
few.
for sure.
Yeah. And also, Jason, thank you for another Australian 5. I have heard the production budget for Madame Web 2024 is 200 million, not taking into account marketing and reshoots. Oh my
That'll be a
God.
disaster if it is.
They're gonna
They're
lose.
not making money. They're gonna make less than the Marvels.
Mine would be John Wick 4. I had to look up the release date, but that was March.
That was
I didn't
this
watch
year.
It, so
Oh, John
I
Wick
have to
4
watch
is great.
that still.
I
Yeah, I, really
like
want to see that. I
Renfield.
meant to.
John Wick
Renfield
4
was
is actually
good.
better at home because a lot of the story and stuff is told between like glances and little side things. And in a
so you
movie,
missed
when it's
it
so far
all-
away, it's
a little?
very easy to miss. So
Uh-huh.
I think it's much better on like a big screen at home.
Interesting.
can
We'll have to
concentrate.
give it a try.
Ian, thank you for another 50.
Saucy.
Thank you.
Imagine knowing someone who could see the future. They'd spend the whole time banging on and shit about shit that never happened, like IGN.
Like, it's like if you're not giving me the lottery numbers, I don't care. It's like I can see the future. Okay, what are the lottery numbers? Okay, shut up, please.
Yeah. And
That's-
it's like we've seen kind of movies that have had people with premonitions, seeing the future. So what makes this so different that makes me want to see it? They
She's a
didn't
woman.
show it in the trailer. No, she's a woman.
No,
I'm a
that's
bigot,
literally
remember?
what it's
And a
all.
woman
They're
hater.
all
fresh
the
and new.
the heroes are
Mhm.
superpowered and the women. That's why.
Hey, Zeus Davila, thank you for gifting a membership. And also, Psychotic Mongoose, thank you for gifting a membership. Here, you guys get a saucy.
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 Jason Webster, thank you for another Australian 5. Xray Girl or WickedVirtue would make a better Madame Web. Yeah. Agreed. I
think
can
I
agree
would.
with that.
Well, I found out I'm the same age as Wicked. I thought I was significantly older.
We're not too old.
Is that a compliment or an
It was a
insult? I'm not even sure.
No, insulting me. Well, I honestly
Well,
thought
no,
she
you're
was
insulting
younger.
somebody. I'm just not
No,
sure
it's
which
definitely
one.
insulting me because I thought she was way younger.
He's like, well, you're insulting somebody. I want to know who.
Definitely
Oh,
me.
oh, yeah.
I
I
was
want to
gonna
know
say,
who's meant to be offended.
I was gonna say I would probably be
Disparu's
closer to
offended.
Madam Web's age.
Yeah, I'll
except
be
for
offended for
True.
both of you.
Thank you. How white knight of you.
No, it means I can choose who's to blame. That gives me the victim power. I can choose who gets cancelled.
Yeah, don't want to see Madam Web. I'll watch it for
For
You'll be forced
First-
to, don't
yeah.
worry.
Oh, I know.
Spider
Anything Marvel,
Woman,
I know.
Maddie Frank, and the girl that Xray Girl said you look like is Arana Anya Corazon.
What's Spanish? No idea.
12 and a half Hokies.
I don't want to be 12. Maybe
We're
25?
18 and a half.
25.
Just
Like,
18.
she's like, no, I need to be
I don't want to
over.
be too young. Oh my
She needs to be
god.
able to buy wine.
Yes, I need to be at least 21 for the States.
I kind of think it'd be better to travel back to when you were that age rather than become that age now, because at least then you'd have like future knowledge. You'd know even
Oh,
from just
yeah.
knowing which companies to invest in. You're like, oh, okay, I'm just going to invest in Google. I'm going to be set for life.
Oh,
that alone
maybe
would be
some
worth it.
lottery numbers. Memorize a lottery number for something, and yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you memorized one set of lottery numbers and then invested in Google or Amazon or something
Or
like that,
Apple or
you'd be made. So.
Facebook back in the day. Yeah, absolutely.
It's what makes me
But,
laugh. There's a lot of time travel stuff. It was the one called like The Visitors or something that I watched. And this guy was like, he had his entire brain changed so he could remember all the dates and events of everything that happened. And they were focusing on horse racing. It's like, you could do that way easier. Like, you wouldn't even need to. You could make billions in a couple of trades.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Mhm.
sports almanac from
Oh,
Back to
buy
the
a
Future too.
Bitcoin, a whole
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
a whole one.
Oh, and
Well, yeah,
then
I mean, you'd have
a
to buy a lot more than that,
GameStop
but
right
yeah, it still
before
works.
GameStop happened.
Yeah, there's a few big events you could easily do.
True. So let's move on to the next topic. What do you guys think about Jenna Ortega leaving Scream 6? Do you think
Okay, I didn't hear
It's-
about it, so I don't know what the circumstances are.
so? Melissa Barrera, she was fired for posting about the war going on. I get I don't know if that's what they're saying, but that's like what's going on. I don't know the whole story behind it, but that's what is being said. She was one of the stars, and then right after that, Jenna Ortega drops out saying that it conflicted with filming Wednesday, but everyone's saying that she was upset that the girl got fired, for something she posted.
Even
Here,
okay,
I'll
so
read it.
Jenna
You go.
Ortega seems pretty based in.
Yeah.
So if a company is doing things for political reasons and whatnot, I feel like knowing her, she may or may not want to overextend herself. She probably was overextending herself between the two films,
Yeah.
right? So who knows 100%. That was just my thoughts on it, because
Yeah.
she doesn't have to. She's doing well enough with Wednesday. It seems like she likes
Wednesday's
Wednesday.
better. Yeah, Wednesday is definitely like the last Scream movie did not do well. I haven't watched since 4 was the last one I watched, and this is what 6, so I didn't watch 5 and
No,
I'm not gonna
yeah,
watch 6.
it's 7 like that. I can't believe they're at that number already. I mean, after 3, I was done with it. To be
Yeah, I
honest,
watched 4 because I like Hayden Panettiere, and her character is actually really good in it. It was all right. The first 2 were the best ones. Well, the first one definitely. But yeah, because it's so I don't. She had to have been filming Wednesday when she did the last Scream movie, because I feel like they would maybe not though. It's only season 2 that she's recording right now, Wednesday, so maybe not. Um. So yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't think that she would leave for that reason. She could be upset about it because I mean, isn't there contracts, right? So just leaving for that reason, I don't know.
I believe because of the strike, things have changed, schedules have changed, and if you can't accommodate for a work schedule, maybe you can get out of it. But I mean, I'm not a union person in that union per se, so I'm not 100% sure. So who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe Disparu would know if, like, after the strike, and then as these projects are resuming, if schedule conflicts occur, can you pull out of a project?
Well, I think schedule conflicts will be inevitable over the months because it's gone on for so long, right?
Yeah, and
So
people want to
can
get back.
say, like, there was actually a thing recently where the WGA was complaining because Amazon hasn't restarted their writers' rooms. For whatever reason, whether they're trying to work out whether they even want to start or not. But loads of people started the strike, just destroyed the entire industry, and then just expected to pick up as if nothing had happened. Like, that's not the
Yeah.
way business works.
So I guess it's kind of a gray area depending on the issues that come up then, because
I think
Yeah.
the movie's done. Jenna Ortega was probably the biggest pull. I don't know who Melissa Barrera is. Was she in the last one? Can someone in the chat maybe tell me? Because I didn't watch. Was it 5 or 6?
You're gonna have a lot of these issues for any of you in-demand actors, where they're like, okay, we were scheduled for this time, but now I've got a new movie coming up.
yeah,
And so
you're gonna pick favorites. Like, if I believe,
which is the biggest?
I mean,
And she's
Jenna's
smart
gonna
for
obviously pick
picking
Wednesday.
Yeah, she's the star of it, and also Wednesday did way better
Very
than the last
well.
Scream.
She getting paid more for the
And she
Well,
gets
yeah, and she's an executive producer and stuff
yeah,
now on
that's
it.
what I was
So
gonna say.
There we
Yeah, she
go.
gets some say because I like her take on how they how Hollywood's been writing women. Her and Dakota Fanning had that interview where they were saying, they're tired of, one-dimensional women characters. Like there needs to be build up, not just, oh, there's a big action scene and blowing up behind, like, it's cool, like a car blowing up behind you and you being so like tough, but like why are you like that? I'm simplifying what they said, but they want more build up, not just
Depth.
oh, she's a Mary Sue. She basically was like they don't like Mary Sue's, and I'm like, okay, I like that.
yeah, I
So-
don't think the problem is that they're one-dimensional. I think it's they're writing them as men. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And like every single person knows that doesn't work. Like, we all know how men and women act and that they're not the same. And yet it comes to a movie and suddenly all these women are acting like men. You're like, this doesn't, like, Where's actually any of the
Oh.
femininity that comes into it?
So this
Mhm.
Melissa girl in Scream 5 was Jenna Ortega's sister. Okay. So I think it could have something to do with it, right? Because I know if Melissa got fired because of what she posted about what's going on with the war and everything, then that's gonna be backlash for the movie, clearly. So Jenna Ortega, if she had the decision, to be like, all right, I should back out now and not be attached to this, is probably smart, especially because she has Wednesday, which is doing very well. So I think that was smart. I'm not sure if it was 100% had to do with the Melissa getting fired, but it could have had some impact on her decision. Like, okay, I'm gonna jump ship because it's sinking, basically. So I don't know. Yeah, it says sources insist that Ortega's departure has nothing to do with Barrera's firing, which occurred after she made dozens of social media posts referring to the Israel war. Sources say that Ortega's representatives informed Spyglass prior to the actor's strike that the actress, one of the biggest young Hollywood names to emerge in the past decade, would not be returning. Multiple sources say the actress either had no deal in the renegotiating of her option, asked what the movie company deemed was too much money. Spyglass had previously declined to bring back original franchise star Neve Campbell after she had asked for a significant raise. Oh yeah, I remember that. She said she couldn't walk on set feeling undervalued. They're probably going to pay Neve now to get her back. That might be the only thing that can save it, because Jenna Ortega is a huge draw, and she's out now. So yeah, Tim Burton is attached to Wednesday.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was just all honest. And the simple fact was, between the Scream things, she became a bigger actress because she was successful in something.
Yeah.
And she was never really supposed to be part of it. But people want news.
Yeah. No, I
You'll
agree
get
with
this
that.
a lot after the strike. People will be trying to force news out of nowhere just because there's less to go around. So they're after headlines.
Yeah, I don't think like I said, it maybe a little bit had to do with it. Like, okay, this ship is sinking. I got something better going on, so I'm gonna hop off now and not be attached to this. Or she could have already had the decision, like, okay, Wednesday I have a bigger role. Like you said, she's the executive producer. She's got way more going on with that, and it's way more popular. And yeah, so I think that they're just what you said, trying to make a story out of it.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Her show was one of the biggest things on Netflix for a long time.
I think it was
that
the
with like
biggest this
Scream
year.
7,
Right? That was the biggest show this year.
Yeah, did you guys watch it? I actually really enjoyed it.
I watched it. I liked it.
I liked it. So my only thing was I thought that the Wednesdays were a little not the Wednesdays, the Adams. Sorry, the Adams were a little like lackluster. They weren't great. They weren't terrible.
That wasn't even my problem with it.
I thought Wednesday herself, like Jenna Ortega, was really great.
She was good. The one thing I hated about the show was her love story because it made no sense.
Well,
they're getting rid of it.
Though.
She hated it too. They're getting rid of it completely. She's not gonna have any romantic interest in the second season. And I like that.
And it was going to be worse. Like without her input, it was going to be a lot worse.
Gave a lot of flack for it. And like Wednesday doesn't strike me as someone who would be in love with someone. It would just be like, you're dark, I'm dark. We're amazing together. If that's her love story, then that's perfect.
Yeah, like in
I think
Family Values, where she had like that, she was dancing with the one guy, but it was like a little 3-minute thing when she was just like did that dramatic dance with Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, did go viral all over the place.
People
and apparently
loved
she made that up in like half an hour. So
she did. That's awesome. Like if I was younger, I'd probably try to learn how to do it.
Like I heard a story about it, and like we gave you a week's notice, but she was also working on something else, and so the night before she was like, I suppose I better just choreograph something, and then came up with which went viral everywhere.
And the fact that she made it up makes it that much better.
Yeah, I really like Jenna Ortega, and some people be like, well, her politics are this way or that way. I'm like, I don't care how someone's politics are. I don't care because
I mean, I do, but she also,
it depends.
At the same time,
it depends on how they are.
She values the story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it depends on how they are. My problem with, the super left will say, right, is when they go on the attack and they attack people. It's like she seems to be I don't really pay that much attention though, so I could be wrong. She seems to be kind of quiet on that end. And again, with the stories, she cares about the characters. She wants the female characters to have more depth. I'm all for that. So in that case, I don't care where her politics lie. Jason Webster, thank you for another Australian 5. Ballerina, Kill Buxton, and John Wick Chapter 4 are my favorite action films of 2023. And we got $10 from F. I think I said that right.
I think so.
Thank you. What's better, going back in time with all current knowledge or being able to instantly master any skill?
Ooh.
That's a tough
Any
one.
Going
skill,
back
like a
in time.
mimic?
Going back in time. Oh, yeah. What do you mean? Do you mean like we have to choose a skill now to master, or that we can master any skill at any time in the future?
Because if it was a mimic,
If it was
that would
multiple
be
skills.
tough to choose based on that.
And when I go back in time, do I go back to the age that I was, or is it just me traveling through time?
Just your brain is
like
the same.
gaining extra years of life would be a massive boon.
But the hard part is, like, for me, going back with my current brain and we go back to at that age, you butterfly effect so many things. Like, if I tried to go back and force my online career to happen versus how it naturally happened.
Oh, you're thinking too small. No, the big
Oh.
events you would not be able to change. Like if you're about if you're like investing in Microsoft and Google and Amazon
Oh,
and
we're
all
just
the big
talking about
brands.
money and investing. Yeah, sure. But I
Yeah,
know
but with
I will
money
F
and investing,
something
you
up.
can do anything.
I will F everything up. Like I would, or maybe I would patent the
No, 'cause you'd
coffee
have your
cup
knowledge,
sleeve.
right?
And then who knows where my life would be, right?
What
Yeah,
I
it
what I
depends
mean
on
is
what
you could still do your same career now at the same time, but you would also have the advantage of all of these massive investments that have done incredibly well.
I wouldn't go
Okay.
to my career if I had these investments though, and then life would change.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't have done like met Mark and Nerdrotic and everyone
It's
else.
the
so-
thing.
Disparu. He thinks about everything.
But that's
his
why
thing.
going back in time for me wouldn't be as fruitful, because I think emotionally, mentally, I don't know where I would end up, and that
Well,
scares
you could
me
end up
more.
in the same place. You could keep what you liked and change. You could keep what you liked and just have more money. Because
If
you
you mean-
investing in these things wouldn't change the world. So you could still do all the events that led you to whatever place you want to be at.
Suppose. If it's
If
just
But
you
also
could
purely
master any
investing.
skill, like if it was like multiple skills, like any skill you wanted to master, I would definitely do that because you know how much money you can make if you just instantly can learn how to do all this stuff.
Not as much
Not
as
necessarily.
like literally knowing the future.
Knowing the future, you could do
You could bet on all the football games.
Exactly.
and
but
make all the money.
I think money is one small facet of happiness. I think that I
Yeah,
would
but with money
trade-
you can. The moment
Up
you
to a
have
certain
money, your
point.
happiness is entirely down to yourself. Like you are to blame for everything at that point.
No,
'Cause you have the
absolutely.
freedom. You have the freedom to do anything. And so if
I
you can be
wouldn't change
miserable
my
with the
life,
possibility to do
though.
anything, then you're just a miserable person.
I love where my life is, and it's not like I'm starving or anything. So if I was starving, I'm sure I would have a different answer.
Yeah.
But no, I'm happy with everything I have. So I'd probably choose skill.
That's what I'm thinking too, because I love that. Right, even right now, I take different courses to learn certain things. Like not a lot, but because it takes a lot of time to do that. So if I could instantly learn any skill, I probably would do that. That'd be really, I would like that. So I'm gonna go with that.
Well,
Abe
yeah,
wants
like I
the
say,
skill pool.
it kind of depends if it's just once or forever. Because
Should we
if
do
you
a
could
poll?
become
Okay,
like a
hold on.
master of literally everything,
Oh my God. I would if I could master the skill, I would learn French and
Oh my
translate
God.
all those French comics, because Gary said that he wanted to do that so that he could read them, and I think no one's done it. And if I approach these companies to do it, and then you could make money doing it and translate that, and then we have more amazing comics. I don't know.
You're literally
That's just
offered
one.
the ultimate power that could lead you to essentially become a god, and your only desire is I'd learn French.
That's just one example, okay? I live a very simple life. I'm very happy
can
doing what
tell.
I do.
It's like you're literally offered the power of a god, and you're like I'd learn French so I could translate French comics. It's like okay.
Yeah, and then I would master becoming a pianist so that I can play piano like I used to when I was a kid.
Oh my god.
I don't need much, okay?
Hey, it's not a bad thing. Being easily pleased is a virtue.
It is.
Oh.
So Disparu is a super villain in the making.
Just like, look, if someone offers you the power to make the most of it, right? I was like, I'd learn French and the piano so I could regain stuff I used to be able to do. Is that okay?
Disparu's
I
like,
wish I
what-
was that
what-
easily
wait,
pleased.
okay, so
I'm
what-
thinking like
what
I could earn infinite
skill?
amounts of money and own countries.
He's like, he's gonna take over countries.
Is you know like did you ever watch the Pinky and the Brain?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're
love
probably
Pinky
the
and the Brain.
brain and I'm Pinky.
Yeah.
No.
What do you think we should do tonight? Learn French? No, the same thing we should do every night. Try and take over the world.
That's gonna become
You can lose.
a meme probably.
You can learn French once we win.
Oh, Wicked, what one skill would you choose to master?
I would. Man,
I'm
that's
gonna learn
tough.
German.
I should just say that just because.
I'm gonna learn the banjo.
I don't know. I think it would be similar to what Xray said, like maybe piano, or I would like to learn if I could learn multiple languages and just be fluent in a bunch of different languages. That would be great.
Learn as many
And
as you
then
like.
I would
Just
be,
all of them. I'm learning every
I
language.
would travel everywhere. Yes.
Yes, traveling too. Learning every language, traveling everywhere. Yeah. That's what I would go with. I mean, I wouldn't jump right to French. If I had to pick a language that I want to learn right away, it would be Italian, because then I would kind of also know Spanish too, because they're very similar languages, like an Italian and a Spanish.
It's
Just do that a lot.
It's the easiest thing to learn in the world. I'd at least
This is
learn
the
I go to
Korean
Italy,
so I could
I'll go to
understand the
Italy,
shows.
I go like this, and they're like, "We know what you're saying.
One
Yeah.
of the places.
We
You're
got
one of
you.
us.
You're one of us."
One of us. Oh my god. Thank you, F, for that question. That was a fun
good
one.
Yeah. Jason Webster for another 5. Thank you so much for blessing us today with all these $5 and watching Saucy Saturdays while eating kimchi and Asian style grilled chicken on jasmine rice. Life is good. That sounds yummy.
How do you
God.
grill
You know what?
chicken in an
Share?
Asian way? Do you do
You know
maths
what?
while you're doing it or something?
It's like a little sweet with sesame or something like that, maybe, or soy
I
sauce
won't
base.
eat.
Put it on the grill and have to do algebra while it's cooking.
Oh, that sounds
You know what I
fun.
had the other day for the first time? I don't know
Kidding.
if you guys. I'm sure you guys like ramen. I think everyone does. But I made spicy
Isn't it
ramen
just
for the
noodles?
first time.
It's
Yeah,
cute.
I made spicy ramen for the first time the other day. It was really hot. It
Did
was really
you
good.
make the broth yourself?
No, I used, so I got, it was in the international aisle. We were talking about it. I couldn't find British stuff, but I found I was like, I need these ramen. I added extra stuff, which I don't think I really needed to. It made it more hot. Like I added some roasted pepper paste, which made it really flavorful. It was yummy. And some cayenne. Like I added a couple extra to it, things to it that didn't
Okay,
need it because
if
it was really hot, but it was good.
If you do any like ramen stuff, always add like bok choy, maybe a bit of meat, like meatballs or something.
I added
usually
chicken.
meatballs.
I cooked my own chicken and made
Chicken.
chicken.
Then you're good to go. But bok
It was
choy always makes
yummy.
it good.
Yeah.
What on
I
earth is
actually
bok
bought
choy?
a plain
don't know
one
what bok
too.
choy
I'll make my own broth for that
I'm
one. I'll probably do
English.
chicken again.
Okay.
We don't even learn
I don't
other
know what it-
languages because everyone speaks
She'll
English.
share it. She's gonna.
I'm
educate
googling it
us.
because I actually had bok choy today.
I don't even know how to spell it.
Here we
I have to spell
go.
bok.
That's it. So you can kind of grill
Oh.
it, or you can boil
That's rather
it. with-
disappointing. I was expecting.
Oh.
What?
He was expecting something
good.
iconic,
Yeah.
not
Good.
Alright, I
vegetable.
mean,
It
that
looks
looks
good.
something.
I
That
like
looks like something my food eats.
Fried bok choy is really good.
something my food
Ooh.
eats. He said.
My food eats.
Yeah. There's
When I make it
no
in
need
soup,
for me
it's
to
kind
eat
of like
things my food eats.
kind of limpy. When it's in soup, I mean.
Like,
It
if I
tastes
was a
better than
rabbit,
Brussels
I'm sure it'd be
sprouts.
delicious.
It tastes better than Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, though, is easy. You can just.
Anything tastes better than Brussels sprouts. I'd rather punch myself in the face than taste Brussels sprouts.
You want to read this one, actually?
Wolf
For you.
Vermilion for 5 British pounds. Thank you. You can solve the mysteries of physics, black holes, biology, economy, and technology. I will take French and maybe a piano.
Yep.
Well, that that personally for me will satisfy me greatly, knowing that I can do that. And I mean, like the reason that I was doing French was for an alternative thing. But I don't care that much about physics. Physics was a horrible
the way you
course
said it.
for
No, but
me.
he said master, right? So now we're talking about like physics, theoretical physics, future physics. So you could literally be like the most. You could be the leading scientist on Earth who is breaking any kind of boundaries with any scientific discovery at all, with every single person not only respecting your intelligence, but just throwing money at you because you're making them an absolute fortune. And you could dedicate your life to do anything. You could dedicate your life to literally sending humanity to the stars, and you're like, yes.
I
Or
can do that with
French.
OnlyFans too. I'm just saying.
watching this channel.
I mean,
this
you
guy
could master that
interviews-
skill. I mean, I'm not sure how difficult it is, really,
This
at the end
guy
of the day.
interviews a bunch of like
Whee!
random
I mean,
random people, and this one girl was an OnlyFans star, and she came from like I think she was Vietnamese, and they're or not was not Vietnamese, Lebanese, sorry. And if they're from like her parents were from Lebanon, and they're very strict. And apparently she went to school to be a lawyer. She finished all of it, but she hated it. She's like, I don't want to get up and go to work and stuff. So she did OnlyFans, and she makes so much money, and now she just does that and isn't a lawyer. And she had to tell her parents, and they were like real upset. I'm like, yeah,
Oh
probably.
wait, that was
should-
the
they
girl
should
on the
disown
whatever
her and never speak to
podcast,
her again.
right?
Was she on there? No, it wasn't whatever podcast, but it could have been her. She was
Oh,
on.
there was a girl. Same
It was
thing.
it's called
lawyer.
Soft White Underbelly. It's I don't watch it that much anymore because it's kind of
what
depressing.
A name.
It's
it's kind of depressing. Of course it is. These people are just literally
Soft
destroying their lives,
white
their souls, and going to
underbelly.
hell just
That's
because
what
they're like,
it's
oh my
called.
god, I'm too lazy.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
even religious. I'm like, yeah, but you're definitely going to
So,
hell.
so if I were to choose something of that physics, biology kind of realm,
yeah, she
I
studied
would-
biology, all right.
I would probably be an expert so I could become an astronaut to go to space. And yet again, that's another selfish
You could be
reason.
the one firing the rockets into space. You could turn yourself
I
into an
don't want
Elon
to
Musk.
do
Like,
that.
no,
I want to
I
go
just
to
want-
space.
I just want a 9-to-5 job where I get up and
Yeah.
go to
Oh wait,
space.
can I invent like freezing like someone? Like that's
No,
technically not a skill, but like
freezing exists naturally.
no. You know what I mean? What's it called?
No,
Like,
actually-
cryo freezing.
Cryogenic.
Cryogenics.
Yeah.
Cryogenics. Yeah.
I mean, well, you could if it wasn't a fake science.
Okay. Well, there we go. If we
mean,
could
how are you
finally
gonna
figure
defrost
something
it?
out that I would choose that science realm. But
I mean,
yet
Walt
again,
Disney's been
it's
frozen. He's not
it's
getting
too
unfrozen.
like different and weird. I don't need it.
You'd literally
Well,
send
for a
any
million,
knowledge
thank you
on
for the
Earth.
5 more pounds. It's not about care, but benefit. You can actually master time travel with that possibility.
Well, if it exists.
Oh, Ian, I've seen pictures of them. I'm scared to watch that video.
A soft white underbelly. So
Yeah, he
when I think
does-
of that, I think of Rocky's belly. He's so
Aw.
cute.
Yeah, the
He's got a
channel's
soft
not
white
cute.
underbelly. It's definitely
What?
different.
It's definitely different. What Doctor Who stuff did you want to talk about?
Oh, yes. I wanted to see
Bring it up.
Disparu's thoughts on this. So this is the Doctor Who special. Of course, it's already aired. I haven't watched it because I haven't finished even season 3 yet. And but I've at least met Donna and Tennant.
Oh, well, that's
so.
all you need. Like, yeah, because this is the return
That's
of
them.
Donna, but this clip isn't. So
I know. So I wanted to see Disparu's thoughts on this just because it was very entertaining watching everyone else's. Yeah, we'll chat about here. Wait, let me max that.
Me's okay. Hello. So me.
hello, Dave.
I've got some first aid stuff.
Have you met the Meeps before? Or is this your first time? Because I actually have no idea if you've seen them.
I don't know any of
mean,
this.
If I've seen it, I don't know. I can't remember it.
Okay. So from Gary, I've learned that these like Disney is of course where they're going to show these Doctor Who specials. So these
Yeah, yeah.
creatures
Now,
are
what I didn't know
Baby
from
Yoda.
what he said was, I knew that Disney were distributing it, but he said no, they're funding it. This is essentially the Disney Doctor Who. So they've
It
got a
makes so
bigger
much
influence
sense
than
why
I
they have
thought.
this creature.
Well, Doctor
Something
Who.
cute.
Doctor Who has always been a family show, so it's always had kids stuff in it. But for
Mhm.
this scene specifically, it takes on a worse tone.
It seems so insidious to put a kid with something so cute like this, because then it's like, okay, I can see through this that you want to just sell a product. They want to sell meeps.
Oh no, I think it's worse than that.
Well, and then more. But anyways, that's at least the first thought I had.
There's literally, I knew that he wanted to do this. I just didn't know that he wanted to do it in the first 3 episodes. I figured that, because, like, I think from the business perspective, right? So you've lost a load of audience. You want to win them back. Therefore, you should probably shut your gob until you've got them back.
But they haven't learned that yet.
Well, he showed that he recognizes what needs to be done in order to make something effectively.
You're talking about RTD, right?
Yeah. And he was actually the guy that made me concerned about like what the next generation of content would be, because he spoke about how, you know, the environment and stuff, and how we need to teach people about that. So, but what he said we needed to do was to mix the message with content that was good enough to keep people entertained. And so rather than now where it's like, all we do is talk about the message, he was like, no, we need to give them something that's good enough for them to watch, but also force feed them this at the same time. And so I thought he'd be a bit too manipulative to do what he's done.
Mm-hmm. And you haven't watched the special yet, right? At this
No,
point?
I've not had time. I was going to, but EFAP, so.
Okay.
But I've seen this clip.
So, okay. Love her. What the hell? Anyways.
She's basically a character from the Catherine Tate show just put in Doctor Who.
Why
it works.
I guess if she had other children, maybe I could be okay with her having one.
There you go.
From the alphabet community. I don't know. How likely is that to happen? Simping for Dispy.
Oh, here you go. You can read this one because it's
Oh,
doctor stuff.
Urian Sanborn for $5 says the very sad thing is Rose is supposed to be 15 in the Star Beast. I don't know what that means. I'm so sorry, Urian. You know I don't know what that means.
I don't know what any of this
Which
means.
season is that from? What the F was even that? I'm sad that you don't like it, but and then again, I'm in the happy moment in Doctor Who. I'm hopeful.
And she's also
I've gone through series after season.
Low blood and drunk. Okay.
I don't even like most of Matt Smith's run, so it was too childish for me. I like
everyone's like, wasn't he like a big favorite?
A lot of people like Tennant. I don't like Tennant.
It was like
for me,
Smith,
for me, it made
really.
Doctor Who like a kid's show. So I like some of the episodes, but not most of it. I liked the Doctor when it was dark. And so you had Eccleston, who was like, I've just watched my entire race be destroyed by the Daleks. I just want them to burn. And then you had Tennant. Like my favorite Tennant moments are where, like when he's on the Titanic and all the people are rebelling, and he just gives this speech about I am this, and he's like reeling off all of his titles. It's like I am the Lord of Time, and then there's a bit with the water is like I am the Master of Time. You can't do anything with fixed time, but I can do anything. It was when he got really dark and like verging on evil that I liked it. And then you had another guy who's like, I've got fish fingers and custard and like really small children. I'm like, oh, fuck off.
Oh, he's spoiling stuff. I was gonna say, are you okay?
Are we done?
He's getting stuff spoiled.
Sorry, I just didn't want to get spoiled.
Imagine that. Disparu likes it darker.
I know.
Yes.
As soon as he said darker, I was like, oh, we're back at the beginning where he's like, British people don't have anything to be thankful for.
That's not what dark. That's not necessarily what dark means. Dark means like.
No, I know. I'm just teasing you. Jason Webster for another 5. Thank you. Just when you thought it was safe to watch television comes new Doctor Who.
I didn't watch Jodie. I have an inkling what Jodie's season was like, but
I mean, I can give you. It is a spoiler, but it doesn't spoil anything for Jodie. Not that you could spoil Jodie.
I'm not watching all of it. Just so you know.
There is literally a moment in Jodie Whittaker's series where the guy, and to put it in perspective, this guy is like a bit, not a British institution is going a bit far, but he's really well liked in England. He's been around for a long time. He does one of the most popular like quiz shows and whatever. Everyone knows who he is. And then he came on and he went up to her and said, he told her, I can't remember whether he told her that he had cancer or whether that he had like he was scared that he had cancer and scared that he was going to die. And she just went, Ash should probably say something comforting now, but I'm socially awkward, so I'm going to walk over there. And it's like,
Excuse me?
Your friend is telling you that he's got cancer and he's going to die, and your only thing is, I'm socially awkward, I'm going to piss off over there.
I mean,
it was disgusting. It really was.
So you don't even, like, you could say, sorry, that sucks. Oh my God.
No, it was, I'm socially awkward, and then she walked
So
off.
she made it about herself.
Yes.
Sorry you have cancer, but I'm awkward.
that was the thing. Like, this was a big, like, emotional moment, and they completely undercut it and just made it about her.
Wow. What is this? Ian says, British people are grateful for people that will listen to us.
I don't know about grateful. I mean, if they
there
didn't listen
being
to us, we'd just moan about that as well.
Ian, I'm grateful for your Santa beard.
Yeah, it's wonderful, and I think it should stay up even past the New Year, just a little bit, just a couple days maybe. Just for we broke them. Do you want to read this one again? This is for more Doctor Who stuff.
Sure. Urian Sanborn for $20. Thank you, Urian. Also, he's always there for the Doctor Who streams. The Star Beast is the name of the episode. Rose is Donna's daughter. Sorry, was typing too fast. Thanks for humoring me, Wicked Virtue. Oh, so this is a future episode that I haven't seen. Okay. I will have to keep an eye out. Or this might be one I missed.
Because I don't know episode names. I'm terrible with names, but it's this episode.
Thank you. Here, we'll give Disparu Saucy a break. Thank you for becoming a member.
Aww. Urian, you're saucy.
Oh, there you go. You got a special limited edition Saucy.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. No, Urian's always there for Doctor Who, so much appreciated. He's like a good repository of information for
yours and Zia's Doctor Who streams are really good. Like, they're really entertaining.
Thank you. Anytime you want to go on a Doctor Who stream, you let me know. I know you're not good with episode names, but
you just have to give me like notice of what you're watching. I haven't watched them in a long time, but I have to go on.
Oh yes, that would be amazing to have you on for one of them. So yeah.
Oh my goodness! And Goodwrench just gifted 5 members. Okay, we're gonna have to do it worth it for that one. Thank you, Goodwrench.
Oh
yes.
Because I'm worth it.
Yeah. Oh my God! I love watching that clip. I am so drunk.
My God, Rhino just
all the clips are of me. What is going on?
Sorry. Well, maybe you shouldn't be so darn clippable and hair. Rhino, thank you so
your own
much.
Hair. Here, wait. I don't think I can do it like you did.
You gotta take off your headphones.
You gotta put some oomph into it.
Here,
that's
Rhino,
why.
Get a hair
you
flip
go
from me
first,
and
Wicked. You go
Xray.
first.
Okay, ready? Let's get in sync. Take off your headphones.
Oh wait, sorry. Okay, how am I gonna hear
She's
you?
gotta back up. She's like, hold on. She's gonna knock something over.
You're gonna have to calm down.
I gotta mute my mic
low
so I can hear you.
Okay, ready?
So mute my mic so I can hear you.
3, 2, 1. There you go. There you go, Rhino. You got a limited hair flip.
Xray Girl tried, and then Wicked was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna move my head a little bit to the side."
I have.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we not hair flip? Hold on.
No, Xray Girl did. She went for it, and you're just like, "Oh,
you can clip yourself doing it." Nice. Oh, dang! Oh, dang!
It got stuck on my face.
Wait, we have to say because. Well, no, you're not gonna hear it because my mic will be off. Anyways, I have speakers because I have to go to the bathroom a lot during FNT, so I'll turn my speakers on, run to the bathroom, and I can still hear what's going on in case. I know it's weird. Your face.
I'm just kind of thinking, what on earth could be that valuable that you can't like not hear them for 2 minutes?
Well, she's the producer. She's gotta be.
Gary's like, can you do this, Extra Girl? I'm like, I gotta run back.
She's in the middle of being like,
say it's one of the nooners or the real BBCs. I'm sharing articles, so I try to plan my pee breaks around needing to share things because he can't share things on his computer. I know it's a process.
My favorite is when he's like, "Yeah, can we get that article up?" Nothing happens. Can we get that article up? Nothing happens.
I'm trying.
How can I have two producers and nobody's
Because Extra Girl's peeing. That's why.
Wait. I wish I could pee out of my fingers. It would just be so much easier.
It was like on
Excuse
FNT.
me.
Quarterback said something, and Ryan just went, "Yeah, it'd be a shame if there was a producer on the stream that could do that for him. You should probably get one."
That was a good joke. I liked it. I like it.
Maybe we should look into hiring a producer.
It's called a shiwi. You know what?
Oh
No,
yeah, the
I'm
funnel.
really good at the math part. Garrett's good at the being Garrett part.
No, the longer you waited, the more insulting it got.
Garrett is
Like
great.
he's good at.
No,
I'm sure he's
honestly,
good
Garrett
at
is
something.
actually
Just
really
give
good
me a
at
minute.
a lot of stuff. He's a great sound engineer. He sets up the streams really well. He's so knowledgeable. I could not do what he does with like especially the editing portion. But anyways,
He's
I like
funny. I was excited. Like, he was one of the people at the meetup that I didn't want to like bug because like a lot of people were. So near the end, he was like just chilling when I was getting ready to leave, and I was really drunk at this point. And I was like, I'm gonna go say hi to Garrett. I was so drunk. He understood me though. I'm pretty sure he was drunk too. He had a Evil Dead shirt on, and I was like, yeah, I was Ash for Halloween. He's like, I was gonna be Ash for Halloween. I was like, man, great conversation.
he would have been a great Ash.
Was this in Vegas or was this in?
No, I've never been to Vegas. This
Orlando.
was Orlando. Yeah.
Oh,
When I
'cause-
went
yeah.
up to Xray girl and she didn't recognize me without my glasses, I was like, hi. She's like,
Well, to be fair, you were a lot more petite
Small.
and
than I
short than you thought.
expected.
Yeah.
Shorter. And like
Okay, you were the only one.
I was standing at the table because I was just like saying hi to everyone who was coming by the table and just like
Mhm.
I stared at you and like it didn't register because I usually see you with your glasses.
Now you know.
So, now I know. I know.
The reason I ask about Vegas is because I remember Drunk's stream of Vegas.
What happened?
Or
in
was it?
Drunk's
No,
stream?
there might have been Steph's stream this time because Drunk. I think it was Steph actually, and she
Drunk
just
was there
pointed
for
the
the first
camera at
one.
him, and he just went, "I shouldn't be on camera," and
Oh,
then
no.
kind of ran off. He was absolutely
That
off his
seems like-
face, but he was like, "No,
No, that was-
you
that
shouldn't
was the
record me."
That was the night they poured him into a car to go home, I think, because he was
he was well and truly gone by the time on this.
yes. That the Las Vegas meetup I went to, I didn't even actually drink at one drink at the very beginning, and that was it. I was stuck to the table. And then the first time though, ooh, different story. My favorite costume was Xray Gary. X Gary! I keep him on Snorlax because cute. I love my beard.
All right, let's end the stream reacting to this. I don't know what I'm gonna look at here. It's a new Batman cartoon, Merry Little Batman. I don't know what we're gonna see. and I'm really sorry.
MERRY or oh,
Like Merry Christmas. Yeah.
I don't know
That
how
is
I feel about the
terrible art.
title. Why? Doesn't make me excited to watch it. Batman's supposed to be not merry. He's dark.
No, he's
Like
he's
the
like
He's not
this
supposed to be
brew.
little. He's Batman.
Let
Yeah.
me
Yeah,
check.
Poison
Said the
Ivy is
eighth.
ugly. Phantom.
They're all ugly.
I agree. She's like how Madam Web should be old and Madam Web should look like the real Poison
Madam
Ivy.
Web should be in the movie. Let's just die of cringe together.
Yeah. Oh my God. Why not? You know, mix DC and Marvel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're already forgetting the comics. Why stick to anything else?
God. I think it's good for kids, but also I don't think
No, it
kids
isn't.
watch
Look,
Prime. Who
Kids
watches
deserve
Prime?
adult quality shows. Like, there's so many shows that I used to watch as a kid, like Beast Wars, that I could watch now and they would still be good TV. Just because it's for kids doesn't mean you can make trash. Like,
I
they're
wanna
more
watch-
intelligent than the people making the shows.
What's your favorite kids show that's not Simpsons or South Park or like that?
Probably Beast Wars.
Beast Wars? Okay.
Like, Beast Wars has this entire arc about fate and how if you know the future, it means you don't have free will. So is life even worth living if you don't have control of it? And that is a whole like question and like philosophical debate way beyond what you would think of kids. But that's
It's
Um,
presented to kids.
but and
I think I like that.
like I liked it as a kid. Then I watched it when I was like 23 or something like that, probably, and still liked it. And that's a good TV show. Something
And I
that
think
holds
that's
up.
a problem where like maybe up to maybe 8 years old, you can treat kids like a kid, but at some point you do have to make that transition where you have to treat them like an adult, like they have autonomy, like they have choice,
Yeah.
but still guide them. And treating them like kids after that really will make them rebel against you.
Yeah. That's true. Being too like helicopter parent and
Hmm.
protective and sheltering is
Well,
at one
helicopter
at some point.
parenting comes from like if you used to have 8. There is like the way I say it. There's a limit. Everyone has so much caring that they can give a kid, and if you have one kid, all that caring goes on that one kid. But if you have 15, then it gets separated among all of them, so you care about each one less. Which is why helicopter parenting
Yeah.
came about, because they had 1 or 2 kids, and now they're
Mhm.
hyper focused on them, and all of your genetics is like this kid can't die because
I
I've
don't
only
have
got
any
this one.
others.
When it's like 15,
Only
they're like,
have
yeah,
one.
what happens? They can do whatever they want. I've got 14 more, it'll do.
Oh, no.
And so it's like evolutionary psychology. It is literally the survival of the species. And because everyone started having less, and you might have like 1 or 2, suddenly everything's hyper important. Nothing can happen to this, because if it is, we're screwed.
Mhm.
And it just screwed people up.
J.H. Schwalbach, thank you for the $20. Streamlabs, I guess I'm an only child.
Oh, check your Streamlabs. He always Streamlabs some very specific amount. And whenever he's on Poor Choices, he always says, "My penis is shrinking." I
After
remember.
that show, I can understand it.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I got it up. Thank you for the 3616. Very, very specific. If you could jump back in time to a place that you had, oh, well, I'm not going to answer this question. It's a little too spicy for my taste, but to a time and place that you had a massive how much danger would you be in? How many times would you go?
How much danger would I be?
No.
I feel like that question should be changed to something like.
Can you copy and paste it into the chat?
I mean, what were you doing that in a dangerous position in the first place? Like
Disparu got
driving?
it. Disparu got it.
Like that's different than like travel back to a part in your life where you could have you could change time to have one at that moment. Like, what would be the most dangerous moment?
I've
love how
never
Disparu got it.
had the sexy time in a
In a
dangerous,
dangerous place. No, because you'd be insane.
Yeah, me
to.
neither.
Like that's a question that not many people would ever be able to even think of. Like if it was the other way around, you'd like, what situation in your life would it have been? Then you could probably come up with something.
Like, and
But
how
to
many
expect them
times
to
would
do
you
it.
go? Like I
Yeah,
wouldn't
because
go
like one of the
back.
most dangerous
I
things
want to
would
go
be
back.
like
I don't want to die.
if you're having a heart bypass or something. It was like
Yeah.
it's like whatever. Nobody move. This is very sensitive surgery, and the guy just starts kicking off.
So weird. I love it.
Ian's right. Kids shows didn't talk down to kids. Back when
No.
I would say like in the 90s, even the 80s, kids shows also had stuff sometimes for the adults, but not in a dirty way. Like little jokes that would go over the
Yes.
kids' heads, but that the parents got. Like especially
So-
Animaniacs, that's an example. That
Mhm.
like not dirty, but like my mom loved it. She'd be sitting there cracking up and I'd be like, I don't get it.
I think a lot of
on.
the things that I've seen rewatching old shows is there's a theme of friendship, relationships, family, and life lessons and morality that are taught to kids and to people. And that's why we connect to these stories. So whenever you bring up losing a family member or sacrificing yourself to save other people that you care about, that really hits you hard in the feels. And I think that's a huge thing we're missing from a lot of writing today, because it's all about the message and trying to talk to. I saw a poll, it wasn't a good census, I don't think, based on what I read about it, but they said there was like less than 10% in the United States of the alphabet community that stated in that survey, at least.
Yeah.
So
That's way
you're-
less than 10%. It's like
well, I'm counting everything. And
yeah,
like I said, it's
everything is still like 3%.
It
Like,
is. It's not
you're
a
talking
good. It's not a good
massively tiny
poll
amount.
because it's
Well, the polls are irrelevant.
well, no, because
Yes.
when you're trying to get a good idea of like a country, you have to be random but also specific. Like,
No,
did
no,
you
we have
go
plenty
to
of
one
data on this. We have
city?
census data and everything
Did
else.
you go to like one intersection? Because that does matter. And the people who reply to you, did you pay these people? Did you not? So, anyways, it's less than 10% of the US, maybe less than 5. So you're
Way less than
pandering
5,
to these 5%, and they're not even watching. They're not even a customer that enjoys this type of entertainment. So you're losing 95% based
Well,
on your
I'm not even sure
message.
they're pandering to that. It's like there was a thing before about the Marvels. There was a journalist that said the Marvels is a great family movie. I'm like, no, it isn't. If you look at the people that write the Marvels, who are they pandering to? Are they pandering to single cat ladies in their 30s? And that's not a family demographic. That's a demographic that's never going to have kids.
Yeah.
And so that's the demographic that Hollywood is literally going for, because those are who the writers are. These are people which have gone through university, they've sacrificed everything for their career, and now they've ended up in a place where they've got nothing, and they know it, and they want to put it on you, and they want to drag everyone else down. And so you end up with the Marvels, where 2 of the characters in the Marvels are literal cat ladies in their 30s, and they just put themselves in the movie. You go to She-Hulk, it's like the entire thing is about how miserable she is trying to date in her 30s, and it never works. And so at the end of the thing, there's even a line where she goes, "I'm sad and lonely." And at the end, she's just like, "I'm going to double down on my career and just be sad and lonely forever." And it's like, the entire
life.
point of this is people writing themselves into this story.
Bye, Wicked.
I don't know. I either she's DC'd or I've incredibly offended her.
I definitely think you offended her.
Yes.
No. I hit a side button on my mouse and I was like, where did everyone go?
she boomered herself out.
I didn't know if that button was there. My bad.
No worries. Yeah, no, honestly, I want better stories. That's why watching Doctor Who is like a godsend. Like, it makes me so happy that entertainment was like this at some point, and I'm glad I missed it, because now I get to experience it.
Yeah, and once
Yeah.
you hit a point where you think this is trash, you can go back and do the classic stuff. Because
Yeah.
once you've seen the modern stuff, the classic stuff is a lot easier
Exactly.
to
And I'm
watch.
so freaking excited to watch Buffy when we get there.
You've
Ooh,
not
it's gonna
watched
be good.
Buffy? Jesus.
No, I watched
I love Buffy.
episodes here and there, but I wasn't allowed to watch it as a kid.
It is
So,
amazing how
yeah.
much you've not watched.
Yeah, but hey, if I listed out everything I did as a kid, you'd understand. You know, I worked in the clothing sweatshop, dance, piano, skating, gymnastics, soccer, biking. What else did I do? A lot
She
of.
learned all the skills. She doesn't need to go back in time. She knows them all.
Too busy
Whoa.
touching grass.
Yes.
J.H. Schwalbach, thank you for the 100. Just watching you
Yay,
laugh
thank
made me
you.
happy. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. Love you all. Thank you so much for the 100 here. Sorry, Disparu. We keep objectifying you.
Saucy.
If anything, he's
hope
gonna
you
get a
and,
saucy.
I feel like a piece of meat.
Oh,
I'm not here for the male gaze.
JH, I hope you had a good Thanksgiving with your wife and your daughter and
Yeah.
a puppy. It looks like the puppy was there too. It's a good thing I wasn't there, otherwise I'd eat the puppy.
But talking about the old, like how cartoons used to be better, real quick, and then we'll wrap up because I know we went over a little bit. But that's my problem with Disney now. Among a lot of other things. But with Disney, I don't know if we talked about this. I don't remember if I talked about this with you guys or on a different stream. But they have this thing that they've done since Tangled. Now I like the movie Tangled. I liked that one. I thought it was better than Frozen. I'm not into Frozen. But they copy and paste the same female character. They do this adorable character and they're all the same. Like, I'm just so quirky. I can't believe I'm like this. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, they're all like Anna
Yeah.
from Frozen and stuff. And they don't make them look at like Jasmine, Ariel. They're completely different characters. You would never mix them up. They have completely different personalities. Like, I mean, but we grew up in the Renaissance era, so we're a little spoiled with that. Like, we had the best of Disney in the 90s for sure. But and then they argue like with people like us that want to challenge it, like, oh, well, it's for kids. Like, well, no, you actually market yourself as family movies, so it should be for the whole family should be able to enjoy it. And I watched this one girl talking about it, and she had said, you know, and you know what? If it is just for kids, don't kids deserve, like what Disparu said, don't they deserve to have good entertainment, quality
We
entertainment?
do.
And yeah, it's so
You know what
yeah.
they should have? They should have, and like this is just the first idea I could think of because they won't do this, like a bimbo cheerleader having to become smart somehow and help out with her smarts because she could be smart if she wanted to, and it's
Yeah.
empowering to do. But like, she would need a good reason, and I can't think of a good reason at this moment. But that was just the first thing I thought of. It could be a
Yeah.
fun movie.
Yeah, like Legally Blonde, but different a little, like kind
Oh
of
my
like
God,
that.
yes,
Because
yes, something like
but you could
that.
do something different. Like if you're gonna like keep redoing stories, take some of the good ones and just change a little bit
Oh
of it, I
yeah.
guess.
Like
Like
Phantom says here because she wants to impress a boy. Yeah, so like it could be like the Mark Zuckerberg kind of dude or like an Elon Musk type where they're a little nerdy, but she's like into that, so she wants to seem smart. And then she actually becomes smart and say, "Ooh, you could study and do well. That's a good lesson to teach girls in school. Why not?
yeah.
You don't have to be this archetype." Anyways.
Disparu just pops out with a mega pint of water.
Yeah,
Damn.
she just learns how. If she wants Elon Musk, she should just learn how to cook.
Oh, and did you ever figure out? Did they ever figure out how to say his kid's name? That weird. I don't.
I don't
One of
know
his
Elon
kids was
Musk's
named-
kids' names. Let's not acknowledge
It was
that. I've
very
ever-
weird. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Okay, it is. I'm just gonna copy and paste it into the private chat. I don't know how to say this.
Oh, I don't know the second letter.
Zay12. Zay12.
There we go.
There we go. That's how you're gonna say it.
There's no way they call him that anyway. They could have a nickname. They
They
just call
name him X
Asian.
like Twitter. That's his legacy. Oh my god. Oh. Well,
On
anyway.
that note, I guess it's time to wrap
Oh,
up.
it's
We went a
Cyrillic.
little over today, but it was he's trying to figure it out. He's like,
Yeah.
he's got the numbers going.
Here, I'm
Something
gonna
letter
post
in
this under.
Danish, Norwegian, Icelandic, and Pharisee? North Germanic language.
Here, I'll put it in the chat in case the chat wants to see. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. I just remember it being really weird. Ex-American Eagle
Wikipedia defines
A12.
it as a near open front unrounded
Zaytwelve.
vowel.
Just say it
Like,
all
what?
one word. Zaytwelve.
Zaytwelve.
But yeah, after this, I think I'm gonna go over on Kick and maybe play some more LA Noire. I don't know. We'll see how I feel.
You
I
drive
love
very
that
well
game.
in that game.
Thank you, because everyone's like, you drive worse than Xray Girl. And I'm like, listen.
No,
No,
you
I've
have
seen
to watch-
Xray Girl drive.
Oh my god, that was such a fun stream the time
Disparu
I played
did come, he
Burnout
did come
Paradise.
into my stream,
No, I wasn't
and
joking.
I crashed as soon as he came in.
Like, no. Yeah,
He's not
that was
joking.
it. You started
not
driving
joking.
and just and you just drove in a straight line and a car drove in front of you. You just smacked
saw-
into him. And
in
you're like, oh,
LA
he turned into
Noire-
me. Yeah, about half an hour before you smacked into him. But the thing was,
yeah,
I've
see,
still seen
Dan
X-Ray Girl
knows.
drive worse than that, so...
But also
X-Ray
in
Girl
LA
in Cyberpunk
Noire,
drives like this, and she only turns when she hits a wall.
Yeah, it's bumper cars for me.
Yeah, yes. It's like a bowling alley with the bumpers on the side. You just lob it at the side and it goes all the way down to the end.
and Jason with 1 more 5. Thank you. Have Extra Girl and WickedVirtue seen the trailer for the new Mean Girls film to be released in February? Any thoughts? Actually, yeah, I did. I have a video up. I reacted to it, and the theater community is coming for me because they're like, "It's not a reboot. It's from the musical." And it's like, well, the musical is a copy and paste from the original movie, so they added a couple cringe lines and some musical numbers.
What?
But it's a copy and paste from the original, and when you take that musical and turn it into a movie, people are going to look at it as a reboot because it kind of is.
Not
theater
everyone knows about the
community got-
musical.
Yeah, but still, the musical is based on the movie. So if they take the musical and turn it into a movie, it's a reboot of the original Mean Girls movie with a couple cringe lines. There's literally a line in it. If you want to see the trailer and you want to watch it, Xray, Disparu, I have a video up. If you want to, I react to the trailer.
Sure.
And it I think it was my last video that I put on here. There's a line in it. You know, you've seen Mean Girls, right? Xray, like, you know, when she
Yes,
comes
of
in, she's like, "Why are you
course.
dressed so scary?" And she's like, "It's Halloween." It's way worse, the acting. And she
Hollywood
also was like,
Handle. I don't know whether this is true. It's from another Daniel RPK. I don't know whether he's right. But it is rumored that Moon Knight and She-Hulk are reportedly getting a season 2.
Disparu's so happy.
Disparu has
yeah.
Yes.
This is Christmas.
I'm gonna take credit for it and everything.
That #1 fan, guys. #1
Yes.
fan.
That means more merch.
There
Yep.
you go.
You know what I'm gonna say about Mean Girls? Now that I understand it's a musical on the movie, it's like Broken Telephone, where it's just never the same.
Yeah,
as
but
the
they,
original
they take
message.
a couple lines, like the Halloween scene. She says it's like the same thing, copy and paste, even the outfit. So it's like people trying to argue with me, telling me that it's not a reboot. It's like it kind of is, though. It's a reboot with a couple cringe lines and some musical numbers added, and terrible acting from what I've seen from the trailer. But according to some people in my comments, I'm spreading hate, but I'm just reacting to a trailer. So calm down.
Oh, yeah, you're a
anyway.
woman hater and a bigot.
I am.
Yes.
So there's a
think you
line in
hate
there where
women.
she's like, she's like, by not being dressed like a slut, you're slut shaming sluts. That's a line in the.
That is legit.
It was cringe. I cringed. And I lost some brain cells after that.
Are you serious?
It's-
That is a legit
It's a line
You're
that she
slut-shaming
says
sluts if
instead
you're
of
not
instead of
slutty.
instead of just like, oh, why are you dressed so scary? She like says like, why are you dressed so scary? Terrible acting, and then she adds that line. That's what I mean. It's 100% a copy and paste of the original Mean Girls movie with a couple of cringe lines added and apparently some musical numbers.
They're
I mean,
blaspheming
it's the
it.
It's the same
Yeah.
argument where they say like losing weight is fat phobic because you're body
How
shaming
dare you
fat
be
people
healthy?
by losing
You're
weight.
body
Yeah.
shaming me. I want to eat my bonbons in peace.
Well, the thing is, their entire argument is flawed anyway. It's like, you're slut shaming. I'm like, yes.
So you're conservative shaming me because I want to be
Yeah.
conservative.
Yeah,
in my
it's just
queue.
why.
Or
I
just
mean, you can
have
look up the
standards.
trailer if you want, but I reacted to it, and yeah, people from the theater community, like 5 people, because nobody wants this. If you go on Twitter, people are like, they're commenting like when she's like, "Ew," like there's all those gifs. Like nobody wants it. Nobody except for like 5 people from the theater community. But okay, have your movie.
Shame. That's a shame.
All right. So what do you have coming up, Xray?
Tomorrow I have a painting stream at 10 a.m. Eastern, and then Sunday Fun Day 1 p.m. Eastern. There won't be any Forbidden Frontier, so I may or may not do Men of Medan stream with Mark where we play a scary game, and you guys can scare the crap out of us, which is fun for me.
Yeah,
I
they're
like
always good
and
fun
you.
streams, those. It's like,
Yeah.
you get scared by fart noises. I'm like,
I know.
I'm basically a
the
child at that
worst.
point, but it's
It's
funny.
hilarious. It is though, but like when you're super, I used to have that when I was on Twitch.
Zoned
like,
in.
when you're zoned in, and all of a sudden it's like go started on me.
My favorite was when Mark was like, yeah, I've made a camera bigger so you can see reactions better. Like, that guy knows what the audience wants.
I know.
Thank you
I
so
know.
much, Jason, for another great show of Saucy Saturdays from Xray Girl, WickedVirtue, and Disparu. You've made my day. Thank you guys so much. And what do you have going on, Disparu? You got a Robin Hood video coming out?
No, that's all finished.
It's all
at
finished.
some-
Oh,
At some point, I'm supposed to be doing a stream with Haz, although I
about to
think that was
say, do
already
you have
meant
a
to have
date?
happened. No,
Okay.
I'll have to message him and sort that out.
I'll push
it's
him
gonna
if
be fun.
he hasn't messaged you tomorrow yet. Then I'm excited to
Uh,
see this. I want to see you two gush about
It's
this.
like the top 10 worst moments of Robin Hood, or the best moments, depending how you define them. But yeah, I've got Madam Web video out. I'm probably going to do something on the strike
one.
next, when the actors still haven't signed the strike, so it's kind of over, but not really over. It's in a weird situation, and I just like the Schadenfreude of people going, "We are one and union, and we will never disagree," and then some people are like, "I really just want to get back to work," and I was like, "No,
no,
I
don't.
never want to go back to
Don't
work because
do
I'm lazy."
it.
All right. Well, thank you. Hokey's been dropping all the links. I will be in about 10 minutes. Gonna go on pick for maybe about an hour or so, play some more LA Noire. I remembered how to redirect, so I'm gonna send you guys over to Camelot. He's got Alex Jones on there, so I'm sure it's gonna be a wonderful show.
Alex Jones, what?
I think so. Yeah, Alex. I'm sorry, Alex Stein. My bad. I said Alex
I was going to
Jones.
say, those are two
God.
entirely different people. I mean,
Alright,
not
I'm
like Alex
tired.
Stein, but they are
Listen,
definitely different people.
They are. I'm sorry.
Two
Alex
very
Stein.
different people. I was like, how did Camelot get
I'm
Alex on
tired.
his show? Oh
He
my
could.
god.
If anybody could, he probably could. Because also, you guys gotta check out Ava and Preach's new video. They did a video on Cody on Camelot,
my
and I love
God.
Ava and Preach. I seen that. I thought I was dreaming.
love
I just
them.
woke up.
No,
I've been
I saw him
tired.
tweet it out.
I
thumbnail,
saw it,
and I was like,
I saw the notification. I was like, and then I woke up. Like I had just woke up, and I put my phone down. I was like, holy crap! Thinking my boy.
I've seen a lot of Cody's videos, but I didn't see that one specifically, and it actually melted my heart because
I know.
he
Goomba.
has this persona of him in the small pee-pee in Alabama-ness and blah blah
Small
blah.
pee-pee in Alabama.
I don't know.
On that note, on small pee-pee in Alabama, go over to see small pee-pee in Alabama. Bye, guys.
He's a heart.
Yes, go show him some love. Bye, guys.
Tell him he's got a small pee-pee.
From Disparu. Okay, bye.
Not from me. I didn't
Yes,
say it.
say it. Say it.
Xray.